Dude.
Hello, internet friends, and welcome to Quests and Cthulhu. It is Saturday night. Thank you so much for spending part of your geekend with us. We really appreciate it. It's Quests and Cthulhu. We are playing Call of Cthulhu here on Quests and Chaos. As always, just a few quick announcements to get through. And I'm going to start with the exciting news. If you were saying to yourself, man, it's been a while since Tiana was on a show, good news, everybody. Tiana is GMing our newest game. Starting in July, we have a new game, Sword? You just said sword. Is there only one sword?
No,
they have to pass it around?
Smord.
Mords and Smages.
So it's swords and sages, but like, is it just one? Like, I want to see it. If there's only one sword, I'm interested.
I mean, it depends entirely on what character classes they choose. There might only be one person who uses a sword. That would be hilarious to me.
It actually sounds like a Warhammer fantasy roleplay where like one person has a sword and the other three have books that they can't read, you know, and like.
So, spoiler alert, I am playing a wizard librarian named Dewey.
Oh, nice.
Well,
so you can tell just how seriously the players are going to be taking this.
Yeah.
What? I am a scholar.
I want to be like Hercule Poirot and just like spend the whole time.
Actually, Dewey, I am a scholar.
Tiana, kill him first.
I'm kidding. Kill him immediately after he says, "I'm the smartest person here." That's code for kill me.
I just want to point out that we're probably starting at first level in honor of the fact that Thomas seems to really like starting at first level.
It's
Wizards at first level suck.
Yep, die
Are you
wizard,
kidding?
die.
We now get a full 6 HP to start off with.
Wait,
that is.
if you think wizards at first level suck, try being a wizard that had one spell for the entire day. And then it was like, I have darts.
Yeah.
Or like, I think in 3.5, I took a feat just at first level, just so I could have a crossbow, because I was a hunter. And so that I could be useful as a first level mage.
Oh, no, my Pathfinder game where we got into combat with my sorcerer for the first time and like, use magic. And I'm like, well, I can read languages and I can, you don't have any combat spells? I'm like, I have this crossbow.
So that is starting July 19th, theoretically. Again, in COVID times, don't make plans more than 2 weeks out. Just assume anything more than 2 weeks out may or may not happen. But
here's the big news about that is, again, if it happens, in studio.
There we go. Very exciting. Very exciting.
Oh my gosh, that means I get to be the first GM to be back in studio.
I think we're gonna have to rearrange things and fix.
Yeah, so everybody wants to be back in studio, and you know, there are dominoes and things that, you know, it's very complicated. We thank you so much for hanging out with us online. And I mean, it's interesting. Online gaming does offer some opportunities. That's how we were able to get some of the amazing players who have played with us. They genuinely could not have been part of the game if we had been in studio. So, you know, there's been some really cool opportunities that have opened up because of it. So that is probably, hopefully, July 19th. Look for Sword and Sages. Just that one sword. That, by the way, that sword's name is Sam. That's so.
Does he have the list? Tham the Thord.
Tham the Thord.
No.
I had a character, an elven mage, who had a lisp, and he demanded every time we got a handout, he demanded to read it. The other players did not like it.
Sounds like a James Power move there.
Another big announcement. This Monday, two days from now, it is the season career finale of Dragon of Icespire Peak. They have done all of the cooking they can do, and now it is time to kill a dragon or be killed by a dragon. Let's be honest. And for that show, Monday night, we have these awesome hot chocolate mugs that are available we're going to be giving away. We have we very limited supply of them. Thomas has dropped 3 of them just in shooting this bit. So very limited supply. We now have 4 left as long as he doesn't pick another one up. That's so we're going to be giving away a couple sets of those mugs during the show on Monday. So be there and really be there to like celebrate the job that James has done landing that plane, because one of the things that I didn't know until I talked with him on my GM podcast, that was the first time he has GM. He has never run a table before he ran 2 games on stream. You can't say enough about how impressive that is. So James, congratulations. Monday, you land the first one. The other one might take a little longer, but it's coming in too. You've done an awesome job, buddy. Then Tuesday, keep your ears to the ground. There may be bonus board games again being played. And then, friends, Saturday is July 3rd, and we will all be full of smoked meats and potato salad. And so we will be skipping both games on Saturday, July 3rd. Both Rime of the Frost Maiden and the Great Dane Society will not be played next Saturday, so that I'll be playing board games personally, but they'll be doing whatever they're going to do. And smoked meats and potato salad. That's also a part of it.
But no fireworks. No freaking fireworks.
Yeah, please.
For the love of God, I will find you and I will beat you if you are doing fireworks.
Right. Everyone just use a nice bonfire.
No.
I will find you.
No, I'm so sad, but go ahead.
If we're not at Jill's house, I don't hear the fireworks.
Oh no, there's plenty in Oakland too. Trust me. There's plenty in Oakland. So that Saturday we will be enjoying a well-deserved break, and that's pretty much it for the announcements. You
know what? There's no bits. There's no bit segment.
Wow. Amy does imaginary math.
I mean,
there you go.
Well, drained King Shikamaru of all of his bits.
Oh, here comes the half.
I mean, at this point, that's kind of just shameless, really.
Yeah,
my players are begging.
Well, also, too, I was just trying to say there's no bits, so my responsibility is over. Just a disclaimer. But then half gives 1,000 bits, and it's 1:1. So I'm assuming that's 1 for Ezra and 1 for us, or he's just telling me that he knows how to do a ratio.
I think it's like those ratio things in the SAT. 1 is to 1, as yacht is to
eat.
Yacht is to bananas.
So
and then Duke Fleef. Forget it. I'm not even talking today. Duke Fleef.
You didn't even read my handwriting.
Hibbity.
1,000 bits from Duke League to the players. That gives us a total player count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What?
Counting the ones that carried over.
But then Tamago Tora, 500 bits to get a TPK before the week is over. That goes to you, Ezra.
No.
I mean, it could go to James. Maybe that's conditional, Oh wait, no, the week would be over. Yeah.
Before the week off.
Sorry. Speaking of Tiana not being on enough shows, I hear that you have been held over by popular demand on that other stream. Tell us about it.
I have been. So due to various circumstances, we were not able to finish up Keladre's arc on Roll For It. And since he failed to drag her away and eat her with a Gloomstalker, I have been called back for another week on Roll For It. So that'll be Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. UK time. And hopefully we'll actually get what the Harpers want and get the out. But we'll see.
Let's be clear.
Of you, that should count for something.
Let's be clear. What Tiana's doing here is just worming her way into another show, and she's just never leaving now. She's gonna she'll be like, "Oh, my story's almost done. Yeah, just one more. That's all. Just one more. Just one more monologue.
I'm known for those, apparently.
No, that's awesome and fun that you were doing that, and kind of cool that they have it planned out enough that they're like, we only need you for 4. Oh wait, we need you for 5 now. It's good to know we're not the only ones that do that.
Like I was saying in the before thing, this is like every other D&D game I have ever been on. They don't know how, like it took them 2 hours to introduce me in the first episode that I was on, so I guess this was kind of inevitable.
They do announcements like we do. Wow.
Speaking of announcements, Tamago Toro with 500 bits to the first player to lose some sand or luck.
Oh, I like it. Conditional.
Okay.
I like it.
I see you, Nick.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like it's Nick or me.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's hard keeping up with you, actually.
Yes.
But I'm going to do my damnedest.
I don't know, man. Ramsey keeps
your
running
sand-
into stuff,
Yeah.
We'll see what
When your
happens.
SAN is 29, really,
It
there's
wasn't
only
hit
way.
points, though.
There's only one way to go.
22.
Ah,
Oh,
a
34.
very stable party. A very stable.
I'm doing a lot better than I thought.
51.
What else
I'm doing
is
way better than
since-
y'all.
Since we're yelling our sand out, Julie, what is what's the sand on?
What
on
is
our driver?
Ramsey's SAN?
Right now, 45.
whoa.
There you go.
Maybe.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Hmm.
But,
This is June is Pride Month, and on this show we are celebrating Pride every week by lifting up LGBTQ voices in the gaming community. This week it's an actual play. Transplaner is the group that I am highlighting this week. It is a D&D actual play. They are on Twitch. They actually play right before us. They play Saturdays at 3. So, check them out. And it is a people of color led all trans cast, which is super cool. They have been playing, mostly they play D&D, which is less cool, but they have been doing a lot of really cool stuff. And their GM Connie is I think a really great GM. They do a lot of really interesting things at the table, some things I haven't seen before. I'm very excited to get a chance to talk with her at some point, but Transplaner, check them out. It is a super cool show. I think that's what we've got. So Frank,
Amy's upset.
throwing stuff. This has started early. Usually that's a break thing, So as Amy storms off to her trailer, friends, follow us down darker trails. Amy is on the phone with my agent right now, which is troubling.
Yeah, your agent said you need to call him.
Yeah, well, he needs to call me. We were during the stinger there, we got 1,000 bits from the very much alive Dead Boy 42, 500 to you numbskulls, and 500 where it belongs to me. Even though you gave some to the players, I don't hold it against you. All right, so last week you, as is your wont, you made deals with things more powerful than you and hoped it all turned out all right. You made your way to the Great Salt Lake and were pulled under the lake by ghouls who essentially they have the tablet and they'll give it to you if you destroy the city of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Like, they actually destroy a spawning grounds around Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
But it's
Yeah,
the
right the first
fly
time.
that we destroy.
We
Sheboygan.
have to be precise. We're dynamite, not scalpels.
It's true. It's true. I'm pretty sure they don't care if Sheboygan goes as well, just as
Cool.
long as the spawning grounds go.
Neither do we.
And you then made your way directly to Chicago and to Abe. You got to put up in Abe's palatial estate.
Mhm.
While you were there, you met a fortune-telling baroness, the Baroness de Palette, who was saying what was giving you some ideas about your future, and then you headed out into the Chicago night to enjoy yourselves, and a night of raconteuring. And that's where we pick it up. It's about at this point it's maybe 2 a.m, and you are at the third bar that you've been in, and you are having a lovely time. Everybody make me a con roll.
Oof.
Who are we conning?
Hammered.
Oh,
That's a hard no.
Abe is oh man. All right. So everyone not named Jared.
we go into the next bar now. This one's closing.
Everyone not named Jared has had a little too much fun and is definitely feeling the Abe's drink of choice.
You just hear deflated harmonica coming from, which sounds a little something like.
Can we call an episode "Deflated Harmonica"?
Yeah. Does that
That's
work?
kind of perfect.
What makes me sad is that you can't dance to that. It's not really catchy there, Elias. Let's how about something a little more
as he
snappy?
passes out.
It's just the harmonica is actually you just breathing in and out.
So yeah, you are in a bar in sort of a nicer bar, and you've been having a good old time, and you hear some commotion outside, and a young boy runs into the bar, like running pell-mell, and everyone make me a spot hidden roll, and everyone but Jared is -10 to this roll.
Okay.
So-
Okay, I made it.
It's harder. Your skill is
So
-10.
do we add 10 to the roll?
Sure.
'Cause that's a 101 if I do.
You can't. I won't make you fumble on that. A fumble has to be natural. Anybody who makes the roll notices that the kid's hands are covered in blood. Ramsey, did you get a hard success?
Yes.
All right. I never do this, but Ramsey, I am going to chat you something,
Ooh.
That's right, using the internet.
which means
What?
I have to turn my keyboard back on.
Oh, that's why you don't
Um,
participate in chat.
Okay.
Hunting and pecking on stream is just too much.
All right. So you all see, anybody who made the roll sees that the kid's hands are covered in blood. The kid throws a table behind him, like clearly trying to delay something that's pursuing him, runs up and grabs Jared's arm.
Why me?
Both hands?
Air.
Yeah, grabs Jared's arm with both hands
You're sober, man.
and then looks surprised. And the child looks at Jared and goes, Zut alors. And then
No
looks,
hablar español.
and then like kind of looks around and does a clear double take at Susanna. And looks confused and then says, oh, Marshall, this is an unexpected surprise. And as he says that, through the door burst 3 policemen with truncheons out. Stop that kid! And the kid runs into the kitchen.
Do
What do I roll to stop him? Would it be brawl?
You can try, yeah. He'll make a dodge roll here. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Birds. Oh my God, I have not said it yet.
Oh my
can I do
goodness.
this? Birds of Paradise, the official dice of the Great Dane Society. We love Birds of Paradise, and I really love them right now. And the Kickstarter fulfillment is coming closer and closer for those beautiful dice. She's got them. Andrea, the mother of the birds, has them in her little wings, and she is checking them all twice before she gets them out there. You can go to Birds of Paradise, use our code, get some cash off your dice. What'd you get, Jared?
oh, I got what you would expect from my cursed wedding dice.
Ah, okay.
Not critical failure, but
In
very
honor of
far
Jill's
from
anniversary, you're rolling the wedding dice.
Look in the chat again, Ezra.
success. Dun, dun, dun.
No, weirdly.
Okay.
But you know what? I made an honest effort in front of those police.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you're like, no, stop. And the kid is into the kitchen, and the cops are bustling afterwards.
Do I recognize this kid?
Make me an intelligence roll.
Ew.
Can I get in on this?
Is it-
Nope.
Was that Santa Ana?
Not this far north, sir.
Made it, but only just.
Okay.
Oh, earlier.
So with a regular success, all you'll get is that kid recognized you and
Right.
knew who you were,
And he spoke for you.
but you can't really put anything else together.
What in the hell?
And I'm gonna whisper to Susanna. He had a knife.
You had a knife?
He had an island?
Shake the blood off my arm.
Yeah, there's a little handprint there. The cops come back out of the kitchen carrying the unconscious body of the child.
Oof.
And they're just gonna leave if you're not gonna.
I mean, I'm curious, but I don't know how to interfere with this without making it look like whatever he did, I was an accomplice in, and I have enough cops mad at me for real things that I did.
So what I do
Susanna?
is I grab my drink and Susanna's drink and be like, come on, let's go stand outside like they do in the great Chicago tradition of
No, whatever you
watching
thi-
from your porch.
All right, I'll reach over and take my drink from him.
Whatever you're thinking of doing, you're drunk. Don't do it.
That means hold my beer.
All right, so Susanna and Abe are heading out. Everybody else can make a spot hidden roll.
Abe left his wallet at the table, and we're
I
waiting for the top
can't
shelf
see
booze.
Jack. I
I
got
can
a
barely see
99.
Whoa!
The table.
All right, Jared, you the sober one, you see, before Ramsey like spills his drink on you, you see a waiter from the kitchen, like coming out and. Did you get a hard success or a regular success?
Regular.
Okay, coming out and watching what's going on. Probably watching the police take out the kid, but also noting like Abe and Susanna going out as well. And once they go out, he goes back into the kitchen.
I don't know. That doesn't seem terribly suspicious, so I'm not going to say anything.
So Abe and Susanna, you get out there, and the 3 cops are trying to wake the kid up. They're like, they're like tapping on his cheeks going, come on, we didn't touch you, come on.
Oh, that's
So I drunkenly stagger over there. And of course, you know what I mean? Just like a oblivious drunk, just be like, just parting the cops and be like, maybe he's drunk too.
You do have a famous face.
You weren't the sausage prince.
Nope.
I haven't.
One of the
been-
cops go just, excuse me, sir, if you don't mind, we can handle this. And his friend is
Obviously
still
you-
like,
You handled him you handled him down to the ground. He's unconscious.
we did not touch this child. We found them unconscious in the back there. This kid, you can see the blood. This kid killed him. Well, you don't need to know this. This kid is a criminal, wanted. We have witnesses to his criminal activity.
Who'd he kill?
Who are you?
Well, if you don't already recognize my good chiseled good looks here in my fantastic profile, nothing. It's not
I made a
coming to you?
roll. Sorry.
Okay. I, sir, am Abe Froman Jr., heir to the sausage empire that is Froman
Whoa.
sausage.
Yeah, that's good. Your sausage is that's good stuff. Well, Mr. Froman, if you don't mind, you go make sausage. We're gonna take care of the police business here.
Well, I'm a bit of a sleuth myself. Could you
And what the third one is like, Jerry, this could be fun.
so who did I don't see a trail of blood. Like I don't see anything. Obviously it's night and I've got like a beer in each hand at this point.
I'm gonna reach over and take my beer from him as I come over to see what's going on.
Well, there, Sausage King. You see, there's not usually a trail of blood to follow, especially in the streets of Chicago. Most of that is gravel and dirt, and you're not going to find anything in there once a couple carriages go over it. But if you look on his hands there, you'll see the blood. And yeah. We haven't been able to find a murder weapon, but we have at least two people who saw this kid in the open stab a woman in the stomach.
And where is said lady and why haven't you given her assistance?
Well, she's about 8 blocks back, and unfortunately she's dead. Normal people don't get stabbed in the stomach and live a lot on the street. But we don't know what this kid's doing, and then we find him unconscious back in the kitchen there.
And
He's
he was
lying on the ground to sleep.
and he was unconscious already. That seems a little odd.
And as he's saying that, his friend is now gone from like lightning tapping him on the cheek to like shaking the kid. And he's like, "Come on, kid. We know you're faking.
I'm gonna come over like, hey, buddy.
What do you want?"
Maybe I can help wake the kid a little bit better, so that you don't get accused of any police brutality.
Oh, if I'm going to get accused of police brutality, I'm going to earn it.
But let's see if we can avoid that particular accusation.
He still has the kid by the lapels. The kid's head is just hanging limply. The kid is breathing. The kid is alive.
Good. Just like reach over and gently pry the cop's fingers up a little bit. Like, let me help you help yourself, sir.
Who are you?
My name's Susanna Deschen. I'm a federal marshal.
I lean over to the other cop and be like, brains of the operation.
And
oh God.
he'll say, you don't have a lot of jurisdiction here, but
No,
we don't got no problem with the feds.
I'm not trying to take any jurisdiction. I'm just trying to help you out as a fellow lawman.
Well, I mean, so you can see what we got here. This kid clearly stabbed the woman.
All right.
And took off running. We got no murder weapon, but we got lots of witnesses. And we find the kid. We chase the kid in there, and we go in the kitchen, and the kid's unconscious.
All right.
We didn't touch the kid.
Okay. Can I see him for a minute? Just
I'll hand you the kid. Yeah.
All right.
It looks about a 12-year-old boy.
12 years old. Okay. Kind of like the kid back in Reno. All right. So like reach over and gently pry one of his eyes open to see if it. I've seen some weird stuff lately. I want to see if there's anything weird about his eyes.
No, his eyes look very normal.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a flutter. But the kid is, still unconscious. But like I said, breathing, clearly alive.
Mm-hmm. I want to like put my fingers on his neck to see if, normal, strong heartbeat, all that stuff.
All right. Back in the bar, a waiter brings over shots to your table
Oh, perfect.
and says, on the house for your discretion.
Oh. Thank you kindly.
Question
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
What is this for?
We'd appreciate it if you didn't, if we kept all the unfortunate things that just happened between us.
They want to keep business smooth.
Yeah, we don't need people going out and telling people that kids are getting beat up and taken out of here and,
Did you see what happened in the back?
No, I was at the bar.
Is this the waiter that I saw peek out?
No, this is a
Okay.
different one. This is the bartender.
Ah,
And
Actually,
your tab's taken care of.
okay.
Oh, awesome. Can I get like a round of sausages?
Of course, yeah.
Oh,
we
I
can-
mean, I'll pay for that. Certainly.
Yeah, I'll put that order into the kitchen, of course.
Sauerkraut, maybe some buns.
As long as you're not putting ketchup on it. That's
Oh, just the mustard.
yeah.
Spicy brown. Got it.
Sure, yeah. So yeah, you guys they only bring the 3 shots over. And they because the other 2 are outside. So Susanna, you were checking the kid for
Pulse, for just general wellness.
he seems very much alive and just very unconscious.
Interesting.
And the cop that was with you takes his truncheon and sort of not hard jabs it in the kid's side. Going, come on, kid. We know you're faking.
I watch for a reaction to that.
No, the kid is not reacting.
So y'all didn't beat him up, but he dropped unconscious. I believe you. That's just very weird.
Yeah, it's Chicago. Weird things happen every day.
People randomly go unconscious every day.
I mean, who knows? Maybe the kid passed out. Maybe he was exhausted. He led us on a good chase.
For 8 blocks?
A fast kid.
No. I mean, eight blocks is not small, but it's also not far enough to drop of exhaustion. It's not miles.
And he did just kill somebody. So
Right, but you don't have the murder weapon on him.
no, ma'am.
That whole situation's weird.
Yes, ma'am. We're gonna take the kid in. And as he says that, the kid goes, and he looks up and he's immediately what's going on?
Oh, right. Oh, is his accent different?
Yes.
Okay.
What? Wait, I didn't do it. Please let me go. I gotta.
Kid, what's your name?
My name's Tommy.
Tommy?
Tommy DiLiberto.
What's the last thing that you remember?
I was selling papers.
Oh, you're amusing.
Yes.
Right. And then you woke up here?
Yeah, and I had a weird dream where I was like running all over Chicago and I did some bad things in the dream.
I'm gonna look down at his bloody hands and then back at him.
He has not seen those yet. He's not really.
Well,
Why? Am I okay? Am I in trouble?
oh dear. Do you have any parents then that we can get a hold of?
Yeah, my mom lives out on Halstead Street.
Right. Well, it's looking rather likely that those dreams of yours might have been real.
When you say that, he looks down at his hands and he just goes, "Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Ah!
Where's your corner?
My corner was out on Addison."
I'm gonna look at Abe. I'm not from around here. How far away is Addison from where we are?
Addison is a ways away.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know where I am right now.
Yes, currently Abe's direction sense is a little.
So I was
and
gonna say, Addison and Fullerton aren't that far apart from each other.
no,
It's not 8 blocks, but
but you know, walking it's different than.
oh yeah,
You know.
Abe does not walk 8 blocks.
The cops are like, "Hey, thanks for waking the kid up," and the guy goes to take him back from you. We'll take him from here. Come with me, kid.
All right, try to be gentle with him. He is still a kid, and it looks like things might be a little weirder.
Sure, we'll be general with the kid murderer, Marshal. Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna leave it alone for the moment. But stand up, brush my hands off, and go back over to Abe. That kid,
Right, and they will start to muscle the kid back towards wherever they came, the chase came from.
Do I see any weird thing on the kid that would not be kid stuff, if you will?
You
Flask.
didn't know? No, well, I mean, blood on his hands.
Not
You know.
flask or bottle of bourbon, Abe. Or Abe, sorry, Elias. I'm talking about like, you know, did he steal something? Does he have a piece of jewelry on him? Is there anything weird that would be attached to his body that wouldn't be like newsy kid stuff?
No. He had like 35 cents in his
Okay.
because Abe rolls the kid while the cops are like, but no, there was no real, and again, no sign of a murder weapon or anything like that.
yeah. I'm gonna come back over to Abe and say that kid's voice was different. He was talking with some kind of an accent, French maybe. When he looked at me and when he talked to me, when he grabbed Jared.
Okay, this might be the drink talking. It might be the fact that we spent too much time with Elias Jackson, but I'm thinking possession.
Honestly, I am not going to disagree with you because
What?
I don't know
You're
that.
supposed
kid.
to say, "That's crazy, Abe. Sit down, give me your beer." And I would say, "No, this is my beer. Please don't take it from me."
Are you going to continue this conversation, or do I get?
Yes,
to
I
join
will
in?
continue. And then you'll be like, "Abe, you drink too much." And I'll be like, I know I do, but it's not really a problem because it's not affecting my day-to-day work. And then you would say, "Perhaps it is," and then bring up, "Oh, I don't know. Where were we just now? Reno?
Bring up what's
No,
your
Salt Lake
day-to-day
City.
work.
What?
Bring up what's your day-to-day work.
Well, I'm unclear as to what my day-to-day work is, since I think most of my day-to-day work is just to bring the party.
Drinking is your day-to-day work.
So wait a minute. And then I'd be like, wait, this feels like therapy. Never mind. I'm going back in the bar.
All right, but I'm going to agree with most of that.
What, that this is therapy? Thank you. You're like, I take like $1 and give you $1.
Thanks, but no, I don't think this is crazy. That kid recognized me, but I don't know that kid from Adam.
Did he say, "Hey, Susanna"?
He said, "Well, nice to see you again, Marshall."
Oh, damn.
Make an intelligence roll.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 42 out of 50.
All right. He actually said this is an unexpected surprise.
Ah,
Uh,
an unexpected surprise. Okay.
But that still implies that he.
I mean, he recognized me, and it was an unexpected surprise. So, I don't know what to make of that, and the fact that he was speaking to Jared in a language that I don't recognize. Was it French, maybe?
Oh yeah, it was. I think I forgot what he said, but he just said "excuse me" or like I can't remember. But Jared thought it was Spanish.
Well, I can't imagine he's had much contact with French. But then he was speaking to me in an accented voice that kid did not have, and a street boy of Chicago probably wouldn't.
What about the professor? The dead professor that's haunting Elias. We haven't heard much about him lately.
Well, he was a American, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Not
but
French.
that, I mean, he's an educated man. I'd assume he'd know more than just English.
That's certainly possible, but he didn't speak with an accent.
Okay.
Besides brash, loud asshole.
Yeah. And again, too, you should just ignore me because right now I'm trying to think of all the dead people that we know and or know that could have been possessing a small child and also potentially killing an old woman.
Right.
So-
Well, and thinking about it, is there anyone that I've met with a French accent who would have had reason to be surprised by me?
uh,
I don't
mean-
think King speaks with a French accent.
You don't know what happened if a dog possessed a person. He could have picked up French. And he's out for revenge for what you did.
Le chien revanche. Le chien revanche.
Next time, I'm just gonna let the dog chew on my teammates. It isn't worth it.
The dog picked up French.
Gosh, you missed the roll. No, you're like, for whatever reason, you're not making the connection.
Probably because I'm drunk and want to go and sleep for like 3 years.
Yeah, there's some of that. Yeah.
Let's go inside because I mean, we should get everybody else, and I would like to go to the I'd like to take a cab to the or a car, stagecoach, whatever it is, whatever these things are.
Hang on a second, Abe. Ramsey said that the kid had a knife.
Which means it's in the bar.
It might be back in the kitchen, and maybe it's a weird knife. We've run across those before.
What, knives?
Weird knives.
Oh, okay.
So we cut back to the restaurant, and the waiter, the bartender comes back out and he's like, I'm really sorry. This is awkward. Our cook left.
Well, it's not that hard to heat up a sauce.
No, it's just gonna take longer. We don't know where everything is. We're shorthanded.
Does he often leave?
No,
How
he just
often-
well,
How often do murderers run back there? Probably spooked him.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
have you been back? Have you been back in the kitchen?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to
Gotcha.
convince him not to leave, but he.
Was he
Oh
acting?
my God, Jared, there's blood on your arm.
Oh, can we go in the kitchen and wash him off? Can we?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, please.
Let's go.
Oh, just a little bit of scotch on a napkin.
Let's go. We need to get you washed up. Come on.
He'll open the door to the back, and
Y'all are drunk.
he's gonna let you go back there because there's still people out on the floor, and he doesn't want to leave nobody out here, so he's keeping an eye on it. So you come into the kitchen. There's not a lot of space. It is a small kitchen setup. There's one kind of grumbling guy going like, "I'm the goddamn dishwasher. I don't know where's the salt?"
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but we need to get him cleaned up on the DL. And while
Sure. The sink's over there. The
while
sink's
Jared's
over there.
cleaning up, I'm looking for the knife.
All right, you do not see a knife.
Do I see the blood on the floor or any place where he fell or something?
You see a tiny bit of blood, but not a
Yeah.
ton.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So you, Susanna and Abe, you come back in, and there's nobody at the table.
Elias is
Jack's.
there, and he's like,
Jackson's staying. Okay.
Hey, what's going on? I just saw Jared had blood on him.
Did you
I
miss
dozed off for a minute.
Oh, you did miss the kid come running in.
What do you mean? It's okay. Kid came running in.
Well, a kid came running in, his hands covered in blood, grabbed onto Jared's arm, said something in French, looked at me, did a weird double take, and said, "This is an unexpected surprise, Marshal." And then the cops came running in, he went running back, and then apparently he dropped unconscious in the kitchen without them touching him. And then when he woke up out there, he didn't have a French accent.
He leans over. The cook is missing.
The cook's missing.
Yeah, I ordered sausages and they're not coming.
That's a
Right.
shame.
Jared and I should come out about now, right? We get ourselves all
Sure.
cleaned up.
Yeah. Sure.
Cool.
I'll look over at them.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. We got Jared cleaned up. There is no knife in there.
And I hear the cook's missing.
Yeah.
Well, the cook left. Probably spooked by a kid running in there with a knife.
The cook might have taken the knife.
Why would
Yeah.
he do that?
Why not?
Maybe the knife took him.
Took the cook.
Oh God, there's two of them.
Scotch,
You
please.
Have
Y'all
this
are
one.
drunk. You are all
Elias-
drunk.
Elias stopped drinking. He slides over that shot
Thank
that
you.
was brought over.
Thank you,
Damn
Elias.
it! I missed out on that shot.
No. You get mine because I can't drink no more.
I mean, yeah, Jared, I'm a bit toasty. I completely agree with that. But are you going to tell me that kid did not speak in a French accent?
He spoke in a French accent.
All right, outside he didn't. When he woke back up,
He's a con man.
he's 12 years old.
Con boy.
He's a con man. I mean, that's a great con boy.
Now, but no, I think that that the cook left right after you guys went out. So,
Yeah. All of that makes sense, though, is the problem.
but where's the knife?
Did they check if the boy had it on him somewhere?
Yes.
And did it fall under something? Like any number of things could have happened.
It didn't
Or
fall
it
when
could
he
have been
grabbed-
it could have been a really nice knife, and the cook could have taken it.
I mean, it isn't like
Or the
we haven't run.
dishwasher.
It isn't like we haven't run across weird knives before, Jared.
I think only Ramsey might have seen that knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he told us about it.
I think he told Elias about it. He admitted to doing the murder, but I don't know if he went into did he go into detail about the magic knife?
I don't
No.
think so. I don't think
Oh,
there was
my
much
apologies.
mention of a magic knife.
Yeah.
My apologies. There's so many secret conversations that happen. I don't remember what's what.
Right.
So,
Yeah, scratch that.
but I thought it was just Colorado that had crazy stuff that happened.
Well, and San Francisco.
San Francisco and Utah.
And Utah.
Ooh,
You know,
there's
And
weird stuff everywhere.
Eventually Mexico, soon to be Sheboygan.
Yeah, we know there's stuff in Mexico and in Sheboygan.
And
maybe-
most of the Great Lakes.
How did I miss all this weird stuff up till now?
I picture this like one of those sticker maps that people have of like the states they've visited.
I'm just seeing all the threads, all the different color threads on the map.
We're red threading this.
Yeah.
We
And there's
have
like
to
a
have that back in the silver bullet. You
And
go in
there's
the
like a
back room
little
and
fish
there's-
person in
Oh, yeah.
Sheboygan.
We gotta
and,
figure
like,
out what we missed.
It's got a really nice graphic. Weird shit that happened. Okay. No, maybe it is us. Like, are we causing?
Or maybe Maybe he's just a con artist who killed someone. This could actually be normal.
Well, we don't know
Yeah.
who he killed.
Well,
Some lady. We don't, that's all the information we have is some lady.
Out in the middle of the street, in front of a lot of witnesses, and then dropped unconscious in a kitchen.
This is a fantastic conversation for tomorrow's breakfast when we all have coffee.
Are there any shots left on the table at this point?
Yeah, there's.
I'm gonna reach over, grab it, and shoot it.
All right, yeah.
but no, I mean, but that knife being missing, doesn't that mean something?
Murder weapons go missing.
Usually they don't vanish into thin air.
No one said it vanished into thin air. Could have been a nice knife. Could have taken it. Dishwasher could have taken it. Could have slid under something.
I took a look. I didn't see it under anything, and it didn't drop it when he grabbed you. So
You were crawling. Were you actually crawling on the ground?
Yeah, no, yeah, he did. Ramsey did a very thorough. The dishwasher was not paying any attention to either of you as he was grumbling about having to cook. Your sausages, by the way, are not the best work this place.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if we want to eat these.
I think you know
They
what
just have to be heated up.
Look,
As long as they're warm, they're good.
There are sausage carts out there. If we go, let's go and try and find the cook, and maybe we'll run across one of these sausage carts.
As you're like, Elias says that, and he's like starting to get up.
Is this
one
a
of the
2
cops?
a.m.? Is this a 2 a.m. sausage cart hunt?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, just checking.
Hey, we've all been there in real life, so let's.
Before there was Taco Bell.
One of the cops walks in and like notices you, Abe, and Susanna, and comes over and he says, I just needed to, if you don't mind, I just need to ask you a few questions.
Are these questions that can wait until the morning, or do we have to talk right now?
Well, I'm gonna need to know where you're staying.
At
All
my
right.
house.
At the Froman estate.
At the Froman estate, all right. I love your sausages, by the way. I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
They're only good when they're cooked. So
This is true.
Okay.
this is a
so-
crime, right here.
Yeah. Well. Oh, what is it? Oh, the sausage. All right. I hear crime, and so. You tell him what. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. So, what do you see with this kid?
He ran in, threw a table down in front of the door, ran to the kitchen, and then the next thing I see is an unconscious kid coming out.
You're leaving out the part where he ran up and grabbed my arm.
Yeah, I see the blood on your sleeve there. He says,
Oh, I
rolling a
know.
I
hard
didn't see that.
success on spot hidden.
It's mostly good. Hold on, you didn't give me a wash roll. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Officer, I was standing over there. That's all I could see. I was.
So the kid grabbed. Why did the kid grab you?
Grabbed my arm, said something in Spanish.
It was French.
Whatever.
Which was it?
It was French.
All right. You speak French?
No, but I recognize the sound of it and the accent when he switched over to English.
So what did he say?
Well, I don't speak French, so I don't know what he said there.
But you said he switched to English. So he said something in English.
He said something about an unexpected surprise. I figured it was mad talk.
The hell kind of kid talks about unexpected surprises?
That's a fantastic question.
All right. And then what did he do?
And then y'all came running in, and he beat feet for the kitchen.
Okay. You don't know this kid.
No.
Well, all right. Well, thanks for your help, and keep your noses dry.
Who was the victim?
I'm like, will do.
Just a young lady from Chicago. She was out selling flowers, bar to bar, as they do, and we can't figure out a motive or anything for why this poor young lady was stabbed and killed.
Out in the middle of the street, too. That's
Yeah, we have a number of witnesses. But don't worry, we got the kid, so he's going to go away for a good long time.
Why did you ask us what we saw?
That's his job.
Yeah, because we don't know what happened when the kid ran in here. Maybe he told you something important. Maybe the kid ran in and said, "I killed a lady. It was fun." And then, that's something that would be easy for us to know.
That would make it a hell of a lot easier.
Or maybe the kid said, "Hey, hold this knife." The kid did not say, "Hey, hold this knife," did he?
No.
We have not been able to find the murder weapon.
Was there a description of the murder weapon?
Well,
No. All we know is that the woman was stabbed.
actually, Ramsey here went back and looked for the knife in the kitchen. We think the cook.
How'd you know it was a knife? Wait a minute. How'd you know it was a knife? Why'd you go looking for a knife in the kitchen?
I was looking for one to cut my sausage when we went back and washed your hands. I don't know what he's talking about. We went to go wash his hands out in the back of the kitchen because the kid got the blood all over him, and I was looking for a knife for my sausage.
Is this what we're doing? Is this really what we're doing? Looking for a knife to cut my sausage. Look, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night.
If
Why did you go-
That would be a story to tell.
Why'd you go looking for a knife? How'd you know there was a knife involved?
What do you mean? They came back. Didn't you say she was stabbed?
You said that she went in there looking for a knife. We didn't ever talk to any of you before that.
No, you talked to Suzanne and Abe here.
So you went into the kitchen after. So Marshall, help me out here. What's going on? You told these people about the knife, and then one of them decided to go look for it in the kitchen?
I'm going to give Ramsey a very appraising look, trying to figure out why he doesn't want to say that he saw the knife on the boy. That doesn't make a damn bit of sense.
Yeah,
You can
it's
make a
just making us feel
psychology roll.
guilty.
All right.
Yeah, this just seems really weird to me. Yeah, 28.
I wasn't sure what to
hard.
do. Okay, all right.
Ramsey is lying well, why is Ramsey lying?
Why is Ramsey lying?
Because I didn't think you guys wanted me to say anything.
We've already said that the kid came up and talked to us.
I know. All right. Here's what happened. Kid ran in, came over and grabbed my friend, saw a knife. He went in the back. And then when our friends came back, they said something about, they didn't find the murder weapon. I said, oh, I'll go take a look and see if I could find the murder weapon for our friends, the police. But I wasn't sure when you came back whether you were our friends or not. So
The hell does that mean?
that means I did go back and look for it and I didn't find it. You wanna search me? Go ahead.
No. What I want to know is, what does it mean you didn't know if I was your friend or not? I'm the fucking police. Are you in the habit of not talking to the fucking police?
I hang out with a federal marshal.
We have been out west. Not all of the law enforcement out there is entirely trustworthy.
Unbelievable.
Well,
So,
I woke up and everything is going crazy.
so my good friend in the hat here is the only one who saw the knife.
yeah, everything happened really fast when the kid came running up. Didn't see the knife on the kid, but Ramsey says he saw it. And then the kid was back in the kitchen. You didn't find the knife on him, and apparently the cook's missing from back there.
Is there anything my very good friend would like to tell me about finding the knife that maybe they've just remembered now that they've figured out that the fucking police are their friends?
Did not find it, or I didn't find it.
Or what? Because you know, it seems like you decide now you're going to tell me.
Ramsey, what did the knife look like? Was it a Bowie knife? Was it a chef's knife? Was it a...
So you only got a very brief glimpse, but it was something metal. You know, it wasn't like, it wasn't a normal knife.
cultist dagger?
If Ramsey knew what that was. Ramsey, make me let's call it a sanity roll.
Is it a long curved blade with a human bone?
Oh yeah, I rolled
All right.
money.
You have seen. Okay, so yeah, it looked very much like the knife that you saw Jared had that time.
So I say it was a fancy knife. That's all I know.
All right, it was a fancy knife. Huh. All right, well, I hope, my good friends, that you do not mind if we have to call on you later to...
Which station are you out of, sir?
We're out of Maine.
Out of Maine? All right. Well,
And in future, if I may offer you some advice, assume the police are your friends until they prove they aren't. It's going to go a lot easier for all of you.
I do have one question.
Oh, I can't wait.
Do you know where there's a sausage cart at this time of night?
Oh, well, now this is a question I can handle. So, and he goes on like a 5-minute diatribe about like, he gives you directions to a cart. And he says, but you don't want to go there. And then he'll like start to like talk about, and so he'll tell you Mama Leone's sausage and peppers.
Sounds good.
that sounds
I'm
like
writing this down. Like I was like, oh yeah, I have to remember this for later.
I think Amy's written down this whole game.
They have pretzel carts at this time too.
No.
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
it's-
Damn it.
Yeah,
Damn
I don't know. Sure, what the heck? They have pretzels. Yeah. So you know, the sausage question, you know, gets him back into it, and then he's like, okay, go to Mama Leone's. I gotta go, and stop lying to cops. Jesus Christ. And he'll walk out.
We didn't tell him the cook was missing.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. I don't know. If you
Oh
heard
wait,
it.
you did? Did you say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I
Well,
said
in that case, he goes into the kitchen.
I mean, he might have been a little bit distracted with the my good friend nonsense.
Yeah, he goes. Then he'll go in the kitchen and start yelling at the dishwasher.
Maybe we should
That's
take
right.
let's take a walk.
Let them have it for
Yeah,
undercooking.
let's get out of here.
I'm gonna go quick ask the bartender to describe the cook. We're gonna just go walking. If we see him,
Just ask him his name. He doesn't have to
his
describe
name
him.
and describe him.
The cook, Big Al. Big Al is the cook.
Is he big?
He's, you know, about, I don't know, he's taller than me, big fella. He's got an anchor tattooed on his bicep. He's a good guy.
Facial hair, long hair, short hair,
He's got a mustache.
like
Peculiar
like
hair.
a big mustache. Or...
Yeah, it's a pretty good mustache.
Okay. Thanks. I won't tell anybody.
All right. And are you gonna head to Mama Leone's? Is that?
Or do we want to go look at the crime scene first?
Well, maybe it's on the way.
We can swing
But,
through.
like the police.
I don't want to.
Well, I mean,
talk
once
to them
we're
again.
out, and hopefully nobody is kind of around us, I want to just quietly be like, what happened out? What happened out there? What happened in here? I was literally asleep.
How did you fall asleep?
You
Here?
guys,
And you cannot hold your liquor.
I
I
cannot.
thought we were going to do an investigation, and I wasn't sure if this guy was in on it or not.
Why on earth would we? Why are we looking into this? We don't have to touch this. Don't we have enough ahead at Sheboygan.
Well, and as
You're
We need more.
You're
Wait.
gonna let an innocent child, a potentially innocent child. I don't know that for a fact.
No, no,
But an innocent child.
What do you mean an innocent child? He killed somebody.
He doesn't remember killing anyone.
Yeah,
He
but I
doesn't know
thought
what
we
happened.
did weird stuff. I thought if there was something weird, we were investigating.
No, he's a French boy. He's guilty.
He isn't French though. He had an American accent out there on the street, and he was too
Even
freaked.
worse, he's an actor.
Oh, throw him away forever.
Thespians, you gotta just.
Gotta just kill him, get it over with.
No. Jared, what happened when he touched you?
Nothing.
He said
He got
something.
blood on my sleeve, and then he spoke in French. Look at Susanna. You have
Did he expect something to happen when he touched you?
How would I know?
I don't know if he expected something to happen when he touched Jared, but he did a double take at me. He recognized me, and he said, "This is an unexpected surprise, Marshal." Now, there ain't a lot of people that I go around telling I'm a marshal. And I don't remember any Frenchmen or woman.
Or 12-year-old kids.
Or 12-year-old kids, with the exception of Jake back home in Reno, that really knows that I'm a lawman.
Look, it's hazy, but I remember now. I saw Jared. He was surprised when he touched you.
He must have thought I was someone else.
I mean,
Or
maybe
he thought he could transfer himself to you.
Well, that wouldn't work. I don't have a soul.
Exactly.
Oh,
See? I told y'all.
What?
Well, we knew he doesn't have a soul.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't understand what? How do you what? I don't even understand. You just touch someone and then you're in their body? What the hell are you talking about, Elias?
well, then why didn't he try it on any of us?
Okay.
Why didn't he try it on any of us? Elias would have been an easy target. He was asleep.
Because the cops came in and they ran in the back.
He had time to reach over and he had time to say something to me, so he had time to reach over and touch any of us.
Well, bad luck on his part.
Good luck.
Assuming that he is a soul jumping demon. Is that what we're on?
I
Yes, it is. However, he
Can
didn't
we
know
wait?
you. Of
Let's
all
get
of
our
the people,
sausage.
of
Let's get our sausage. Let's get our sausage. Go to bed. Sleep this off. You're not rational.
Jared, think about this. Out of all of the people in the world and all of the Jareds out there, he did not recognize you.
Lots of people don't recognize me. That's a good
But
thing.
a lot of people do recognize you.
No, a handful of people recognize me. Or recognize me as the burnt down warehouses full of people, presumably
Right.
innocent.
But he recognized Susanna. So Susanna, this isn't something that's been recent since we've known each other.
Right. I don't run across many French people in my line of work.
But you do announce that you're a marshal to just about everyone.
I do not.
You do.
I really don't.
eventually.
And
I
what-
mean, it's not that she intentionally announces it. It's just we force her hand because we've gotten into so much trouble that she uses the marshal card to get us out. I mean, let's be honest here.
she sees
That's a
someone.
little more
take a
accurate.
This
dog.
is why I thought we were gonna investigate all this, and then
I'm a
you guys are
marshal.
just
You
throwing
don't
it
lie to
away.
cops if you don't have to.
One more time, Jared. I'm a marshal.
I'm ignoring Jared right now. Just like, look, if a cop comes up and is asking you questions about a murder investigation, the worst thing that you can do is lie to them. They're gonna think you're involved. I would have thought you were involved from the way you were being antsy about answering those questions. Just
Are you involved?
say what you saw, and then let them run off on the more mundane stuff while we take a look at the more weird stuff.
Exactly. You never lie to cops unless you committed a murder using a magic knife that no one can see. Then you got an alibi.
Well, I guess I've learned something tonight, guys. What you
Honestly,
So are you
Those-
saying that Jonesy can see the magic murder knife?
Jonesy?
Ramsey, sorry. Damn it.
Abe's a little drunk.
Well, we don't know if this was a magic murder knife. Did you? Jared squints at Ramsey.
what?
Nah. Nothing.
So by this time, you've made it to Mama Leone's,
Oh, thank
and
you.
Thank
you have
God.
you have a wonderful late night
hot beef
sausage.
injection.
And everybody
Make a
make
sausage
me
roll?
a listen roll.
Oh, that's not a sausage roll.
A sausage roll. Yeah, a roll for good sausage. What is with the 80s?
That's a mood.
No.
Okay, somebody got it.
Have to. All right. Everyone that got it,
Mm-hmm.
here's. Oh, rats. Let me. Sorry, I should have. I made a.
Look, just murdered someone with a magic knife. Someone.
Never pick a French character when you don't speak French. You hear je vais te toi. Je vais te toi. Je vais te toi.
Chevet to toi?
You heard that too?
I did.
Anybody who has French can roll it.
I'm gonna look at Abe in hopes that his fancy education gave him some French.
I'll give you,
Unfortunately, it
Abe, you can
doesn't.
make an education roll,
Okay, let me try.
but you're going to need a heck of a success here.
Where's my education? It's just a regular success.
No,
I mean,
je vais is
yeah,
I
is
am.
I. Yeah. So it's like,
I am you.
yeah, something like that. Because like to toi is the reflexive of like you.
Yeah.
Abe starts going off on this whole BS
Yeah.
French thing, you know.
Yeah. You know, I once had to say something like that, just because, you know, the woman had such beautiful eyes that I had to ask her, what is it? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
I've only heard ooh la la.
Oh, the French we need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's something
Sacre
in
bleu.
French.
Does it sound like the voice that came out of the boy?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab over at Abe's shoulder, who I think is the closest one to me.
Mhm.
Someone's talking, and it sounds like the French voice that came out of that boy.
So who else is around? I look around. I'm like, who? Where do we
As
think
you
it came
say that, as you look around, a woman passes out in the street.
Quick, this woman needs assistance.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Who
there's
else-
a couple
who
guys
else is
around her.
around and walking.
Yeah.
There, as soon as she collapses, like there's it's like 50-50 of people helping her and people getting as far away from her as possible. So like,
Who's-
you know, several people just like bolt as soon as somebody drops. And
Who's
several
running?
people are like, oh no, what's wrong?
So a guilty person, or this. So I'm gonna look for somebody who's strolling away, trying to be non-conspicuous.
Yeah,
All right.
I want to join in on that.
Yeah.
You can
that's
both
what
make
we're looking-
spot hidden rolls.
Well, who was just closest to her?
Extreme.
Ooh, I got an +5.
All right,
Oh,
you both
four.
rolled really well. Everyone bolted. A lady passed out, like a lady just collapsed, and somebody went help her, and the people that help people went to help her, and the people that don't help people were like, not my problem. Actually, you know what? You guys got great rolls. There is one man who is very carefully like walking away with like his hand, and he's just like he is like making a beeline away.
I'll look at Elias.
Jared, I need your help.
Oh,
Susanna?
Jared's walking away like.
I'm gonna, not even
Susanna, let's
looking.
go.
Not even looking. I'm reaching back and grabbing his collar. I'm like, nope.
So I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up to the guy and like put and drunkenly, wrap my arm around. Oh man, it's been so long. How do you love
Damn
this
it,
sauce?
Elias, you're drunk. Stop, please.
Hello? Can I help you?
Yeah. I was just gonna turn you around here. Hopefully
What?
Susanna's right there.
All right. Yeah, this guy's like, what's am I being robbed?
I don't think so. Just sorry about my.
Elias like wheels him around, and all of a sudden there's like 4 people there.
Je m'appelle Elias. Et tu?
I think Amy's about to beat you for the French.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Ah. Sacre bleu.
Am I being robbed? Can I go? Who are you people?
Did you see anything back
Saw a
there?
lady pass out.
Did you see anyone around her?
There were, 5 or 6 other people.
Any of them speaking French?
Any of them speaking French? I don't speak French.
All right.
I mean,
Apologies.
none of them were eating cheese.
That's what we need to look for.
Yep.
Let's not be racist here.
Yeah, but is someone eating cheese? Because dead giveaway.
Look at me with that baguette.
The guy is very uncomfortable. He's like, I don't got a lot of money.
It's not a robbery.
Then, I mean,
You're free to go.
oh, okay. Thank you.
Have a good evening, sir. Sorry about my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, you sound like you say that a lot. And he like whips his jacket and he'll like start taking off.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
He walks faster this time. The woman is, she comes like there's a bunch of people helping her and somebody like puts some water on her face and oh my. I had the weirdest dream. Oh, where am I? And there's people. She's like, there are people talking with her, and they're like, they get her back up on her feet.
So I approached the lady with my handkerchief and I offer it to her.
Oh, thank you. And she'll like, starts to clean some dirt off of her from when she fell.
So where were you? What did you dream exactly?
There was a big tall guy who asked me what my name was, and I said, "Oh, I'm Lillian. Nice to meet you." And all of a sudden, I'm walking down the street, and I hear this whole chorus of voices saying something. I don't know what it was, and I was one of the chorus of voices. And then I woke up here.
Did the last gentleman that you'd seen, you didn't get his name, did you?
No.
Yeah,
And
but
did he
tattoo
have a
on his
tattoo?
arm about
Yeah.
here.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Do you remember touching anyone?
No.
Do
Did
you
he
remember
touch
his
you?
accent?
Sorry.
No, I'm. It's all very fuzzy. Was I guess I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have had that third beer.
Where
Don't
were
do
you
that.
drinking?
I was down at Bomb Clancy's. I got there just before the cops broke up the fight.
Which fight?
Oh, there's always a fight at Bomb Clancy's. Lady that runs that place.
Yeah.
I hear she fixes lotteries.
That sounds like something she'd do. Doesn't wash her hands. That's what you know.
I hear. The bartender there really listens to your problems. You can really get a lot off your chest. What I hear.
What?
But thank you. You're very kind, and she'll hand you your handkerchief back, and
Okay.
she's gonna head off on her way.
Right. So suddenly, I'm feeling that this idea of something passing from person to person is gaining a little bit more credence.
Oh, at this point, there's nothing we can do to follow it. Heading back, turning in.
As he
Good.
says that, you hear a scream about a block back up the road.
And I'll just look at him and be like, right on cue.
Are we going to show up at another murder scene?
Of course we are, just not on time.
No. After what just happened, cops don't quite trust us.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to talk to cops again.
Yeah.
It's not the same police officer.
It might be.
Again, I mean,
The law
they
of
don't-
conservation of NPCs says it is.
The law of universal comedy means that it would be the same cop.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
But
Let the police handle it.
We've
They
got
have,
to
to
leave.
learn, they have to learn how to handle this sort of stuff on their own. If we intervene, they will never learn.
Jared, I don't say this a lot anymore. We could break this case wide open.
Son of a-
I don't know, man. Jared's sounding pretty smart right now, trying to.
Well, on the more practical side, we're around the corner from the sausage place that fella recommended. So it does actually make sense that we'd be in the area.
I mean, we could just stroll by with like a sausage and pepper sandwich
Yeah.
and bring
We're-
one to our friend, the police
Yes.
officer.
We're
just in
having
case.
this conversation while the murderer is running away.
Pretty much.
We are.
That's what I'm saying. We're never on time to a crime.
Are we just strolling towards there right
Yes.
now? Like
Yes.
pretty
having
much.
this? Okay.
As Jared is like, they're they're just sort of dragging you towards it. So you get to a side alley where a bunch of people have gathered around, and you see what you can only assume is Big Al, the cook. You see a large man wearing, a white apron, and he's got an anchor tattoo on his arm, and his throat has been slit.
Man, he screamed like a girl there for a minute.
I'm thinking that someone found the body and screamed.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
that is.
makes sense too.
I was about to say I was genuinely impressed that he could scream with his vocal cords cut.
I told you I was not the brains of this operation.
And somebody is yelling for the police.
So they're not here yet? How did
No.
we beat them?
Well, we were right around the corner.
And yeah, they're
Well, we can't leave.
We can leave. What do you mean we can't leave?
All right, let's walk away. Here, this
Yeah.
is a great test. Let's walk away.
Walk away. Let's walk away.
all right. Is everyone walking away?
We're headed towards the estate now. We're going back. We're gonna turn in for the
No, we
night.
should see who's running away from the crime scene. Let's go walk away.
No, it was.
You all have killed several people. Let's see. Make
That's
everybody
a
make
sentence.
Yeah.
everybody make first aid rolls.
Sure.
Oh,
Ooh, I got a 4.
Abe.
Ooh,
Uh,
I got a 9.
All right, Abe and Ramsey. This guy's been dead for a minute. Like there's way more blood than if this had just happened.
Okay, so maybe we're not
Hmm.
going to catch the killer if he or she or said small child is quick.
or disgruntled hound dog, wolfhound.
Knife wielding poodle. Is that what you're saying?
All right.
Wolfhound.
We
This
can't
must be a knife wielding marshal in your future.
we can't do anything here. We have no idea what's going on. I'd say we get out of here before that cop comes by.
We're all. Oh, Jared's walking away.
Yeah, I think we're walking away at this point.
All right, yeah, you all walk away.
No, I mean, if this is the jumper, then they're already on the third body
Right.
from this point
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What
least.
do you mean the jumper?
what if they're
The
jumping?
soul that jumps.
Soul jumper. So this is the soul jumper murderer. That's
Body jumper. Because it's the
That
same soul
demon.
jumping from body to body.
It's a jumping
snatching.
demon. Ooh.
Y'all ever seen those jumping beans?
no.
No. Did it like a flea circus?
Oh yeah.
Right. And we're walking away.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll
Like-
you'll take a cab back to Abe's.
And now the cab smells like sausage.
Yeah.
All the cab they all do.
I mean, with that theory, it could be anybody.
Right.
However,
It could even be one of you.
She said that she heard a cacophony of voices, though, and that her voice was one of them.
reminds me of. Does that remind me of angels? Is
It,
that-
it reminds me of that cave with the mother.
Yeah.
Mm,
Does it remind me of a horrible time being part of a hive.
Was it-
Not well. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Susanna, make me a. Let's call it a spot hidden roll.
Okay. Ooh, +7 is a critical.
All right, the policeman in you feels like you're being followed all the way home.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, as casually as I can, start watching for the telltale signs of someone following.
You will see, like every once in a while, for like a block or something, you'll feel like somebody's following you, but then it stops. But your little back of your neck thing doesn't go away.
All right, I'll look at the rest of them and very quietly, like under the sound of the cab, say, I think we're being followed.
That's
We're
nice.
in a cab, right?
You're actually, I mean, this is a horse-drawn cab. This is a,
Okay. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So,
High-speed cab chase.
are we
No.
being followed by a cab or someone running or walking, or jumping, soul jumping?
That's what I'm thinking, is more of the jumping, because I'm not seeing anything. But I don't know. You get followed often enough. You get the sense for it.
They're in the horses.
You're in the
So,
horses.
Elias is
That
gonna
would make sense
pull
because
out.
we only need to kill 4 more horses until we get a free meal. Got to get my horse killing punch card out.
Gotta
God,
stay
how many
ahead-
did we lose last time?
gotta
Man,
stay- 5. We lost 5. We gotta stay ahead of reaction reports.
When we get out of the carriage, we just take out our guns and shoot the horses.
That's what I'm
I could
saying.
probably-
If you 4 more, that's 9. The 10th one is free.
titling this episode our horse-killing punch card probably gets us kicked off YouTube.
Unfortunately.
Follow us on Parlor.
Oh no.
So you make it to Abe's house.
Yep. And I'm going to get everybody in and shut the gate behind me and just kind of wait in the
Okay.
shadow to see if anybody's lurking around.
All right. You see a woman walking down the street. And she sees you and she'll give you a nod and smile and she'll keep walking.
So is she good looking? It's always the
She
question.
is.
All right. Well then, I then look to see if everybody's in the house, and I shut the gate and I take off after her and just say, "Excuse me, ma'am. It's quite late at night. Perhaps you need an escort to your said destination."
Stabbed
You
dagger.
needs an escort.
What? I need.
All right. Abe gets stabbed and we go to break.
What? That hoe.
All right. So and as always, the chat has already figured out what's going on.
Oh good. I should have been watching the chat.
So we're gonna go on break. We will be back as soon as 6 people can use 5 bathrooms. And I've got I've got cookies.
Ooh, I have a cookie too.
Cupcakes.
Fruit snacks.
So we're going to break. You can
And-
Yeah, I got fruit snacks.
Let's
Here
go.
we go.
All right. Abe, you take 5 points of damage,
It's not bad.
and you have a weird like clarity as you the blade that is stabbed into you is you can't see it.
Okay. Oh,
And the woman looks at you with a snarl and just says cochon.
Excuse you. I am not a pig.
What is your initiative? What is your dex?
50.
All
Where
right.
does she stab me? Does she get me in the side? Does she get me in the arm?
Yeah, she got you like on the side there some. So you have a good stab wound there. All right. Another stab coming here. All right. Sadly, she misses.
Do I get to?
Yeah,
so-
yeah, it's your action.
Okay, so to me, it doesn't look like she has anything in her hands.
Nope. But you definitely got cut.
Okay, and does she look like what's her like? Is she a small woman? Is she a big woman?
Yeah, it does not seem like a
Okay.
does not seem like a fighter.
Okay, so I want to grab both of her wrists, or like I want to grab both of her wrists and be like, what, like, and shake her. I'm just gonna shake her and just be like, what did you do? What? Why did you hit me?
Punch her in the face with her own hands.
Are you hitting yourself? Stop hitting yourself.
All right. You grab her and you have control of this woman.
I'm shaking her and asking her, why did you just cut me?
She smiles and passes out.
I look
So
around.
Abe. Oh no,
Yeah.
you don't. So Abe,
Oh,
you
Where's my what did we say? Where's my magic murder knife?
I mean, with the guy
I'm
who
bleeding.
killed the marshal. So Abe, you have a very strange dream. In that dream,
I go to the hospital. I meet a lovely nurse.
you know what? Sure. You go to the hospital, you meet a lovely nurse, and you eviscerate her.
Not a great first date. Not
You,
really a great first date move.
You have, you and in make me a sanity roll.
Oh boy, here we go.
I mean, it might get you some bits.
I was gonna say this
I
is
know,
just to get
that's
those
what I was
additional
thinking.
bits.
Oh no, because I rolled
You know
good.
what?
I rolled a
I'm going to give you an
32.
advantage die because you think this is a dream.
You need
And
a-
disassociating is a
you
powerful
need a
force.
0, 1, or 2.
Pretty much. Oh yes, and I got a 1.
All right. You are alarmingly okay with everything that is going on here.
No, I'm not. We didn't get to first base.
First
And
base cutting in your entrails out.
the end of your dream is you astride this nurse saying, "I am Abe Froman. Do you know who I am? I am Abe Froman," as you just stab this knife over and over into her, and then you pass out.
Oh shit.
You all wake up the next morning and Abe is nowhere to be seen until you get the newspaper.
Oh shit.
The
I'm
front
actually
page of the
bringing the
news.
coffee up to my lips.
The front page of the newspaper is Chicago Scion in kills woman, and there is like a drawing of Abe.
Oh hell.
We
Abe
could
must
have
have gone
gone back. We could have just gone back from the. We didn't have to get involved in any of this.
We did come back. We all came here.
No, we did a lot of other stuff first that we could have not have done. You were all drunk. So let's go to the police station after we get breakfast.
And coffee.
Coffee.
Oh,
Tidwell takes very good care of you.
Good man.
Such
We
a
are going-
shock about the young master.
Was it though?
Tidwell looks at you and goes,
Oh my gosh.
okay. Do you have security cameras here, Tidwell?
I believe we have a daguerreotype.
He's purchased with one of those big cowled cameras.
Yeah, right.
In the corner. Click.
The master's attorneys are already in discussions with the local constabulary.
Well, I'm sure that'll get him out soon enough. Money always does.
Does the paper have like Abe Froman was quoted as shouting, "I am Abe Froman, I am murdering you."
No, the only quote from Abe Froman is, "Do you have any idea who I am?" As he was taken away.
Well, at least I got a good picture of him.
Well, Jared, now we're into this. Now it's personal.
It.
We gotta go. We need to go. Susanna, I don't know what happened. If he spoke to you, knew you.
Apparently. And I have
need-
no idea.
How about we just shoot anyone with a French accent that we see? Because I don't have
I'd say
any
you're not
actual
wrong.
good ideas.
No, that's a great idea, Jared. We need to get rid of this thing.
That's a terrible idea.
Awful idea.
This thing is jumping from person to person. So it's just like you kill it. You kill the person. You wouldn't kill the thing inside.
Because so if the thing dies, well, these are the only passed out. They haven't died yet.
Except for Big Al. That thing probably rode Big Al out of that restaurant. We're not going to go shooting people who are just carriers.
Although shooting the French is a time-honored tradition.
Yeah, you're yeah, you're British. That makes sense.
So let's say we corner this entity in a body. What then?
It jumps into one of you, and then one of you kills one of us.
Yeah. So how? So I don't
Yeah.
want to learn any magic. I don't.
Yeah,
We
we just
shouldn't-
shouldn't have gotten involved with this. How good are Abe's attorneys?
I mean, they are attorneys for one of the wealthiest people in Chicago. Probably
well
very
funded.
good.
But I mean, obviously unless we have, I don't even know how we would have proof.
You'd have to get rid of your soul somehow. Make a deal with something.
No, it's not going to happen. But what if, I don't know. I still think we need to look into this. We need to, because if we can find, maybe there's an end of the line for this thing. Maybe he gets enough souls or whatever he's doing.
In my head, it's just I'm just hearing myself to the library, and then the bat signal.
Chicago does have a fantastic library.
Several.
I bet you they have a restricted section. Unfortunately, Abe would be the one to talk us into it.
Well, perhaps we could leverage Abe's money, which is just as good as Abe.
That's
Ooh.
not a bad idea. Wait a minute. What if we brought another Abe with us?
Is Mr. Froman Sr. in town?
Yes, the master is in the manor.
You can also check if Abe's out on bail. Abe Jr.
Would you like me to summon the master?
Yes, please.
Very well.
I'll wait until Tidwell's out of earshot before leaning over and going, I don't know about you, Elias, but I am not at all comfortable with rich people who've been rich for a long time. Abe is a one exception.
Well, I am hoping Abe Sr. can just make a call, perhaps, or drive with us and get us into the whatever restricted section they might have at the library. Maybe the University of Illinois would have something. I don't know.
We're gonna go read books instead of trying to help Abe.
What is a
Reading books.
crazy lady?
My, oh, and I don't want to finish that sentence.
Wait,
Reading book, not reading
hold
book,
on,
not.
I'm getting a vision.
Who's the yes?
Where is the Baroness?
There you go.
Oh,
At that point, Abe Sr. walks in. What the hell has that kid done now?
Murdered a nurse.
We've been there. We've all been there.
Do you have any connections to the public library or perhaps the University of Illinois?
That's the one with all the books.
Yes.
I think they named one of them after me. So I want you to go and get my son. Tell him we'll pay him whatever we got to pay him. Bring him back here. And then why'd he kill the nurse?
He probably didn't.
Well,
There's yeah.
hmm.
You're into mystical things, yes?
I mean, that Baroness is nice to look at.
That counts.
Yes,
does
exactly.
not.
All right. Yeah. We'll go. I'm sure the attorneys have paid the bail. We'll make sure that he gets here safely.
Not bail, it's a bribe. I paid the mayor. It's all taken care of. Just get my son out of there.
All right,
Right.
we'll go fetch him.
Yep. Let's all go Bumble this way.
We do that. We keep failing forward.
Do they have a horse and wagon that we could go get him with?
One with curtains.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the paparazzi's going to be out there.
A horse and wagon with curtains?
Carriage is what they're called.
Carriage.
What do I look like? Landed French aristocracy?
Just asking. I could drive it. So,
We take cabs. This is a town. We're civilized.
Right. We'll go fetch him.
Get the carriage. Ooh, and maybe my footman can. Just because I got an English butler doesn't mean I got to pull up my ass. All right. And he'll like meander out.
just trying to do what I'm good at.
Then I'll just mutter under her breath, "Hey, no, it's up your ass."
All right, Abe. You wake up and you are handcuffed to a hospital bed. And your hands are covered in blood. And you are alone in the room.
Uh-oh. I mean, if I hadn't seen that boy the night before, I'd be like, apparently things went well, but
God.
How often are your hands covered in blood after things go well? I'm just asking for a friend.
This night's a solid 6. This night is a solid 6.
the handcuff to the bed was definitely a 10. Then I saw the hand covered in blood, and I was like, maybe a 2.
Like your dad said, we've all been there.
That's all happened.
And you hear a little skittering noise, and on your little bedside table, sipping an espresso is Brown Jenkins.
Hot tub. What happened?
Look, I feel really bad about this. I can't help but feel somewhat responsible.
What do you mean, somewhat responsible? The hell did you do?
Well, look, it's always awkward to tell someone they're not exclusive. But,
No, it's not.
you know, it's not like you lot were my only customers. There's lots of souls in the world.
Okay, okay, Jenkins, let's back it up a little bit here. Why do I have handcuffs? What is happening? What did
you
do?
killed a nurse.
No, I didn't kill the nurse.
Oh no, you killed a nurse.
No, I didn't.
And you yelled your name the whole time. It was kind of weird.
I was gonna say something inappropriate, but you already know that.
Don't worry, your dad's already bribing the mayor.
Why did I supposedly, allegedly kill the nurse?
I mean, why'd you kill the last one?
I didn't kill anybody. I haven't killed anybody.
Oh, sure.
Ever.
Well, then, this must have just been a flight of passion. Now, all right. So, here's the deal.
Thank you.
Nasty French-Canadian guy, name of Jacques Batroc.
I'm sorry, what?
Jacques, his name.
Jacques Batroc?
Batroc.
Okay.
Didn't you take French in your school?
Okay, but how do you spell that exactly?
B-A, I don't care.
Okay, but what did Jacques do? Why did I stab somebody, supposedly? Allegedly.
Well, all right. Here's the thing, the universe is just a fascinating place. Things you never expect will happen, and people you never expect will see each other. You see, round about 15 years ago, and all of a sudden harp music starts playing. And we go...
I was like, does this story have an end?
and that was how I met your mother.
Kind of. I was like,
and if my players had been into it, this would have been a flashback episode. But instead, you just get the gist of the story, which is 15 years ago. Susanna was part of a posse when she was not a marshal yet. She was a local official.
15 years ago, when Susanna was about 10.
Oh, all right. 10 years ago.
Yeah. Hey, no, that could have been. That could have been. Yes.
It was a while ago.
Yes.
Jenkins is I'm not a numbers guy. And they apprehend this guy, and he suffers. Susanna actually, he's got the marshal that they're working with a gun to his head, and Susanna shoots the guy in the throat, and he falls over. He's not he's they think they can save him, but when you look at it from his perspective, Brown Jenkins is there, and he's signing something from Brown Jenkins, and he's like, look, all it's going to take once a month, you can live forever. All you have to do is once a month give me an innocent soul. Doesn't have to be yours, but if it's yours, well, then you're done. And Jacques happily makes that deal, and then dies in custody, and but doesn't die. Transfers somehow his body moves into another member of the posse. And like that guy is just glaring a hole in Susanna's head the whole time, like looking for an excuse. But then they separate and you go through a quick 10-year pastiche of this guy just killing people. And he somehow is able, as soon as he touches someone, he transfers his consciousness into that person. And as he's telling you this story, you realize you've been stabbed. And surprisingly, they don't do a lot of healthcare on people that kill people.
Okay. But at least I'm bandaged up and not
You
bleeding all
have,
over the
their
place.
pressure has been applied to the wound,
Okay.
but that's about it. And so that's sort of the gist that Jenkins gives you. So funny story. Old Jacques there, you know, who knew that he'd see Susanna, the marshal, again?
Well, I mean, so 2 questions. Most importantly,
Libra and long walks on the beach.
yeah, that makes sense. But actually, so then 3 questions. First off, how do we stop this what's his name? Bateau? What did you say his name was?
Batroc.
Batroc. I mean, how do you kill him? Because he's going to continue to kill people or get a lot of innocent people killed.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, but why would I cut out my supplier here?
That brings me to my second question, Mr. Jenkins. What is it that you gain from getting souls? I don't understand what that gives you.
Spoken like someone that's never had a soul.
I mean, I'm assuming I have a soul.
Oh,
but
no, sorry. I meant, so I consume them. They're the source of my power.
Oh, so you need to have, basically
Whoa,
you need somebody.
needs a strong word. I'm
Well,
doing just fine.
Okay, but like, how are you going to pop into the next place if somebody hasn't fed you soul power?
Well, I'm really more amassing power.
Oh, is there a great plan behind this? Do tell. And I'm like trying to sit up with the cuffs. I'm like, do tell.
I mean, you know better than you know as well as anybody that power for power's sake is the best plan there is. When I need it, I got it.
Just curious, if we actually killed Jacques without touching him, he couldn't transfer into anyone, correct?
You don't know. I'm not going to say. I'm on both teams here. I want you both to win.
So right now it feels like if you're on both teams, Mr. Jenkins, this team is down. It's Jacques 1, Froman 0 right now. So what do you, Jacques 5, Froman 0? How are you gonna even the score here? You got to give me something.
Well,
Like,
actually, you got to give me something.
no, you owe me. I've been stabbed. I'm going to jail for killing someone that I didn't
I don't
kill.
owe anyone anything.
Yeah, if you're on our team and the other team to even
Oh,
the
no.
score, you got to
I'm
bring us
on my
up.
team. And my team, the only player on my team isn't even in town. I mean, the replicant turned me down. And the blacksmith just complains about the deal all the time. But now you're clay I can mold.
I could become the next Brown Jenkins.
You don't, you may have a soul, but it doesn't get in the way.
Oh God. Oh God, no. Neither does my sanity.
Well, see?
All right, Mr. Jenkins. If I don't go to jail, we should talk.
Fair enough. And he'll I'm out of espresso anyway. and he will disappear.
I could be the next Brown Jenkins. It's bigger than being Sausage King.
Soul King. And about 5:30 in the morning, a gentleman in a very tightly fitting suit and a briefcase will come in, and will say, "Mr. Froman, have you spoken to any authorities?"
No, sir.
All right, that's good.
Do I know? I know this person. It's not
you would recognize your father's
Okay.
lawyers.
Yeah.
This is one of the high powered partners from Schmidt, the law offices of Schmidt, Schmidt and Dong. And he says, like, we've begun the process of getting you released. It's clear that you were defending yourself, and that ne'er-do-well attacked you, probably for your money.
Yes, in my incapacitated state.
And I mean, you've clearly been injured by the assailant. You're the victim here.
Couldn't agree more.
And we'll have you released on your own recognizance soon. It does mean that you probably won't be able to leave Chicago for a little bit.
Okay.
At least until we've actually, no, sorry. He says it does mean you'll probably need to leave Chicago for a little bit. That makes much more sense.
That's a shame, but I understand. Laying low, staying out of trouble.
Yes.
It's what I should be doing.
Do you need anything, Mr. Froman?
A shot of espresso would be great.
I'll see if I can't make that happen. Good day, sir.
Thank you. Good day to you too. And I try and shake his hand and his weird little hand.
Clang.
Ask to have your wound tended to. You've been stabbed.
I'm assuming it's bandaged up. It's,
No first aid has been done to you. You're not actively bleeding, but back when you killed a nurse, the doctors seemed to not feel the need to,
Got it. So before he leaves, I will ask him.
All right, he's like almost out there and goes,
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you send my father's private physician to come tend to me, please?
Oh, I'll see if I can find Dr. DeLong.
Thank you. The healthcare system here is subpar.
All right. And so you will all, the rest of you head to police headquarters, and there's a desk sergeant. Can I help you?
Yes, we are here to pick up one Abe Froman.
Froman. Yeah. And he's in jail?
You tell us.
He was arrested anyway.
What was you? So your friend was arrested?
The fella who was on the front page of the newspaper this morning.
Oh yeah. So that was something of a misunderstanding. The press got a hold of news they shouldn't have had. They blew things out of proportion.
Happens all the time.
And it's been determined that Mr. Froman acted in self-defense. He was attacked and is in the hospital pretty badly wounded right now.
Which hospital is he in?
I can only tell close friends and family.
We're here on business from his father.
Hard to do with a camera.
It is hard to do with the camera.
Yeah, here's my card, and I hand over $5.
Well, I certainly wouldn't go to St. Elizabeth's.
And which room should we not look for?
Oh, sorry, I don't actually know that. You're gonna when you get to the hospital, you can find out that.
Right. Well, thank you kindly.
Yeah, of course. And you know, you should probably think about, you know, it didn't look good.
Way ahead of you.
All right, so you know, you will St. Elizabeth's is across town, and you get to St. Elizabeth's, and you know, there's a guy at the front desk, and tell me looking for Abe, and he says, "Oh, are you here to take Mr. Froman home?"
That is correct.
Thank God. Well, we'll get you right there. Come on. He's that incredible ass of a personal physician is in there with him.
Right. Yes, we'll relieve you of them.
As you approach the door, you hear someone just going like, "What the hell are you barbarians doing? This man is dying. This man is dying under your watch, and he has very good attorneys, so you better be careful as you're doing." "No, not like that." And
We just
Put a
stand up.
hand on his shoulder. Is everything all right in there?
so you open the door, and you see Abe has his shirt pulled up, and there's a stab wound in his side, and there's a very scared intern, like trying to stitch up the wound, as standing behind him is a man who's like almost as wide as he is tall, and he's just like browbeating this poor guy, and he's like, "No, well, if he dies under your watch."
Well, calm down. Everyone just calm down.
Hi,
"I
Ed.
beg your pardon. Get out of here. This is a medical room for this poor victim of violent crime."
Hi, Abe. How you feeling?
Hey guys, I'll hopefully be out of here soon. Can you start my release papers or whatever we have to do to get out of here?
Oh no, they just want us to get you two out. I think they're foregoing the papers.
So pretty much as soon as y'all are ready, we can
Okay.
get you out of here.
As soon as I'm stitched up, we can get out of here.
You will get 2 points back from first aid.
Not bad.
This poor kid.
Can I make a medicine roll looking in there to see?
Is he
Sure.
doing it right?
Take a medicine
Only
roll.
because there's a 1% chance.
Oh, but there's a 5% chance that you make things worse.
Nope, 24.
All right.
Just looking at it,
Yeah,
your laser beam eyes.
That you feel like you're like the as you like lean in and look, the intern is getting even more like his hands are shaking,
I was looking from across the room, just trying to.
and DeLong is just like, "Your career hangs in the balance, you butcher."
Right. We'll just wait in the hall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
I am not in the mood to get browbeat by a doctor today.
I'm so tempted to go in there.
Have
when
fun.
Abe, at that point, DeLong will be like, "Well, Mr. Froman, you should probably rest up and get healed." But luckily, the wound was not very deep. It I mean, apparently, she wasn't a very, you know, she didn't want to kill you, or she didn't know what she was doing.
Highly possible. Would somebody mind bringing me a basin of water so I can wash up and make myself presentable when I leave?
Would you get Mr. Froman a basin of water, you little worm? The intern like rushes out. Do you need anything else, Mr. Froman?
If you could just call me a cab, something discreet, maybe pick me up at the back door.
I think your friends out there, or
Okay.
lackeys. I'm not sure. Your entourage.
There we go. That's
Yeah.
the word.
I think your entourage is here to take you.
Fantastic.
And I mean,
You
look,
just help me.
I'm happy to supplant them if you want. I can have them removed.
Nope, that's nope, they'll handle it from here. Thank
All
you
right.
very much, sir. And I just I ask him for a little help out of the bed.
Of course, yeah, he'll help you up, and he
Mhm.
says, "Please give my best to your father."
Will do. Thank you. You're a good man.
And he'll head out. As he opens the door, and you see the intern coming up with the bowl of water, and DeLong just slams the door open and hits the intern, and the water goes all over him. And he looks at me and goes, "You're an embarrassment!" And then he stalks off.
Meanwhile,
my
I'm just
pistol.
like,
I'll help him pick up the bucket and everything.
And Abe, you've apparently gotten away with murder.
okay. So I'm gonna get dressed and we need to get out. We need to get out of here. Like backdoor, get out of here.
Right.
Like backdoor, get out of here.
If there's one thing I know about Chicago gangsters, there's only one place to go. Wisconsin.
This is true. Maybe a cabin in the woods.
Why
Golf
don't
course.
why don't we get you back to your father first, just to reassure him that you're at least alive. He sent us to come fetch you again.
Ramsey, can I borrow your riding gloves?
Please.
Thank you.
And so you all see that Abe he's been cleaned up a little, but his hands still have blood stains on them. His shirt sleeves, there is a lot of blood all over him.
Abe, there's no death penalty in Wisconsin.
Do we have any other? Can we do anything about getting some other thing for you to wear?
I mean, I have a black coat. I'll just put my coat on, and I'm borrowing your gloves to put your gloves on.
Yep. Here you go.
Yeah, all right. And you
When you put the collar up and the whole thing.
You're to hold this poncho over
Thank
No,
you.
I'll
prevent anyone from seeing.
I'll take off my hat and drop it on Abe's head.
all right.
Cool.
Yeah, you
Looks
managed
like
to
ET at this point.
you managed to get out inobtrusively, and get back. And so now all of you have that feeling of being followed.
So, but on the cab ride, Abe can explain what happened.
Are we in a
What the
secluded
hell
place?
happened?
Are we
I mean,
can
there's a
anybody-
cabbie, but he's up at the front. You guys are in the back, so it should be
Okay,
fine.
so I try and as low as possible be like, Jenkins is in on this. This is a bunch of bullshit. He wouldn't even get me out of it. He owes me that little rat bastard. I mean, literally rat bastard.
Right. Abe, why don't you start from the beginning?
All right, so you guys are heading up to bed. I shut the gate behind me. I see this dame walking down the street. She is quite attractive. So I decide to ask if she needs a walk home, perhaps. Perhaps I can assist her, maybe bring her in for the evening if she's lost. Who knows what'll happen? Who knows? So being the gentleman that I am,
Sure.
Yeah.
I ask her if she needs some assistance and if she'd like some company for me to accompany her home. She turns around and stabs me in the side. I'm like, holy shit, lady, what is wrong with you? I grab her by,
Wait, if I may, what did she stab you with?
I don't know, something sharp and pointy. That's usually what happens. Wasn't a spoon.
Well, but if this is Jenkins, did you see what it looked like?
The knife, no. I also didn't see Jenkins around her neck or her leg or anything like that. But let me get to the Jenkins part. Slow down. All right. So let me just again. So I grab her by both hands and I shake her and I'm like, what are you doing? Why did you stab me? What is wrong with you? She's really good looking at this point. I mean, a little spicy, but she did just stab me. So I'm going to have to think of another way to maybe romance her back to the house. Anyway, then all of a sudden, bam, I'm down for the count. I don't know what's happening. I'm yelling my name and this is where things get, yeah. And I look around. Is it okay? How do you retroactively unlisten a listen check?
The cabbie is studiously not listening.
Okay. So anyway, and then I huddle everybody in. I'm like, the next thing I know, I wake up and my hands are bloody and I have handcuffs on, but I had some crazy dreams that I had lost my mind and I was stabbing some nurse and yelling that I'm Abe, and it got weird. Not exactly what I was intending for the evening. So then I wake up the next morning and Brown Jenkins is having an espresso on my side table next to my bed and explains to me that I'm not the only game in town, or that we're not the only game in town. And that there was this gentleman, Jacques Bertrand. I don't know what he did to the man's name. He couldn't pronounce it. I bet you it was Beto, something
Jacques
like
Betrock? I remember that from my studies. Cattle rustler from the.
So the
Are you
name,
serious?
the name Jacques Batroc, that will, Susanna, if you'd gotten a hard success on the roll
Sure.
back in the thing, you would have remembered it. But that starts to jog some memories of like a weird French Canadian guy way back in the day.
Oh, hell. Him?
Yeah. So anyways, Jenkins follows me in on his side of the story, saying that you shot him or something like that, and that he was going to die. Apparently he died in jail, but he had made a deal with Jenkins for his soul, saying that if he delivered a soul to Jenkins every single month, that he would become immortal. So guess who's running around soul jumping now? This is Jacques Betrock. Is that how you say his name?
Sure.
And so Jenkins, since he's on our team as well, I mean, Jenkins is on everybody's team, but also his own team. And I'm like, Jenkins, you got to like even me up here. You got to give me something, because I'm literally going to go to jail now and it's all your fault. And he refused to help me.
He's only on his own team.
Yeah, he is on
He's
his
playing
own team,
everyone
and
else.
it's really pissing me off because I ended up getting stabbed and almost thrown in jail for the rest of my life because of Brown Jenkins. That little brat bastard, as I had to digress, no longer Hot Tub Jenkins. We are not friends anymore. He owes me.
Brown Jenkins is shoot on sight from this point forward.
Kind of
All right,
agree.
I'll do it again if I have to.
That's
You
right.
have to.
Hopefully we're level-headed when we're doing it.
Huh.
This guy said he needed a soul every month. This thing's been doing it every day.
Like 10
times
over the
a day.
last little bit.
Did I say
What
more? Is
happens
more
when
than
you
don't
make
have
a
to
deal,
pay.
when a psychopath makes a deal with the devil?
Yeah, you don't have to pay on the deadline. You can pay in advance.
You accrue interest, if you will.
Although it was made clear that he did have to do innocent souls, although this guy does not seem like a discerning consumer. Innocent, not innocent.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So we got a mystical killer out there
Correct.
that is jumping souls,
Correct.
killing people, dumping their bodies. Let's get the hell out of here.
Well,
And-
and he's not going to stop. I mean, that's the problem, is that you just have to drive him out of town, because Jenkins wouldn't tell me how to stop this guy. And that poor innocent kid would go to jail. The poor innocent Abe would have gone to jail if Abe did. I mean, think about all the people who do not have money, who cannot just say, Dad, please get me out of jail.
Well,
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Wow, Abe is having a real moment of realization.
Well, and Abe's a
Damn.
little scared that money still isn't going to like work. I mean, in all honesty, I screw up one more time in this town.
People might not
Oh.
like you anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's anything we can do
I don't know.
against this type of magic.
Unless we kill Brown Jenkins.
How?
How do you kill a demon?
Devil.
I am
More of the deal making top.
All right, devil.
Well, we're not worried about the devil. We're worried about the guy with the dagger who's jumping.
Well, and he has good reason to not like me.
Are
Why
any
is
of you
that?
innocent?
Shot him.
I'm
Did you
I
hear
mean,
me? You
no
shot
points
him.
at Abe. Definitely not. But
no, I'm pretty definitely not innocent, but I was involved in the posse where that mad French Canadian guy died.
well, if you're not innocent, you won't be able to see the knife.
Right. Wait, is that how that works?
What? But I
Yeah,
saw
that's how
the
you
knife.
You find your targets. If they can see the knife, you know they're innocent.
How do you know that?
I told you I made a deal with the devil.
Okay, now I know about the weird dagger.
So
Cool. Thanks for helping straighten out my mental timelines there.
yeah. So
Well,
if you've got the dagger, could you stab Jenkins with the dagger?
I
What would
mean,
happen? Would the
Does
universe
dagger-
implode?
He's more innocent than me. But could you stab this Poonam? No, you couldn't.
I mean, here's the thing.
Repeatedly.
If I was the new Brown Jenkins, I would definitely people wouldn't lose sanity looking at me.
I'm sorry, you the new what?
Oh, I'm just saying is that if I had all of the Jenkins power, I mean, I don't want the Jenkins body. I mean, I'd like to keep this situation happening.
It's
Then we'd be scot-free. We could solve all the mysteries.
Wait,
We could
so
solve-
wait. But I saw that knife, right? I saw that the kid had a knife. So does that can't. I know I can't be an innocent.
no, you can't. You must have been seeing things.
But if
Well,
I
how
can
many of
see
the
it, then I can
commandments-
help track it.
Well, and also you've got to be innocent. I mean, how many of the commandments have you broken? I'm working at least 6 right now.
Well, I mean, you still got to hold the dagger. So if someone looks like they're holding something, but they're not holding something, just saying, keep an eye out for that.
Anyone else get the feeling that they're being watched?
Yeah,
Now,
Because I do.
the whole way.
Yeah.
do you need to have a soul to be guilty? Animals are innocent by default, right?
And,
I think,
And all Jareds are innocent.
and according to some religions, children until like the age of reason are innocents because you
So,
can't commit
38, huh?
sins.
We'll all strap children to our chest, and they will keep watch.
So what you're saying is,
What could go
I don't even
wrong?
wanna know.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, Jared, is that you're the one who's gonna kill this guy.
Honestly, I can't. I don't know if I'll be able to see it or not.
Well,
do,
and
you think this,
go ahead.
do you think this guy's going to follow us to Sheboygan?
That I don't know because I mean I haven't seen this French Canadian fuck since God, I was like 16 when all that happened. It's
I mean,
a while ago.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, all we can do is
Hide in the house.
eye out. What?
Hide in the house. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lock.
Oh,
we're
no,
gonna get
we-
the gate.
we-
We're gonna lock
we-
the gate, and we are not letting anyone out.
No, we were
Tidwell
told we have
can
to
leave.
get you. We have to get you out of town.
Okay, that's fine. I think Tidwell can leave. I don't think that man has a soul either.
You reach the house, and you come in, and Abe, your father, like just looks at you and goes, "How many times do I have to tell you if you're gonna kill a hooker, take him to the lake house?"
God, do I even know you? And then I just storm away.
You see that boy. Ugh. And he storms away the other direction.
Those two are 2 peas in a pod.
Mm. Peas.
Sausages in a bun.
Pigs in a blanket.
Hey, you packing?
Is it
He
looking?
pulls out his gun.
Did anyone follow us as we get out?
You don't see anyone, but you're now realizing like you wouldn't see anyone.
Yeah,
You know,
be anyone.
Mhm.
you're looking for a trail of passed out people. Apparently,
No, I'm looking to see if like basically if the person driving the cab has like a knife anywhere on them, is holding.
you don't see one. No,
All right.
nobody. I mean, you all look at the driver, and then you don't see any there. there's, you are a certain commotion at the front of the house as Abe and Abe yell at each other. And the Baroness will kind of come to the stairway and will say, "Oh, is everything all right? I saw in the paper the terrible news."
Do we immediately tackle the Baroness who is speaking?
Well, she talked like this before.
I was trying to remember if she had a French accent before.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she talked like this before. But
but now it's setting something off.
Right,
So
now
I have
you're like,
a little bit of the flight or fight kicks in. Mostly the fight. Like, do I tackle this person? Are they making any aggressive moves?
she's staying at the top of the stairs, just looking concerned.
Does she look like she's holding a phantom knife?
You do not see a phantom knife in her hands.
All right.
You wouldn't, though.
Really?
If it's a phantom knife, no. Like, by definition, you would. Anyhow.
It's been rather a confusing morning. Good morning.
Yes.
What was the vision that was had before?
Oh, one of me getting blown up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, that's fine then.
Well, you don't know if that was you, so.
Wasn't dressed like me, so as long as I stay like this.
Now, the moment that poncho like gets burned or you lose it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Taking the ferry up.
Now I got to get that
up the
poncho
lake.
off of you.
Poncho flies off.
They have backup hotels. I have backup ponchos.
It's like those plastic bags. You pull one down and ching, another one just comes in.
Mhm. They always get ruined. You keep ruining them, so I have to like stock up.
And the Baroness will. The Baroness says, "Well, I would like to invite you all tonight. I am holding a séance. Mr. Froman is having a party."
I'm gonna look at the others and be like, "We're looking for a spirit."
Actually, you can all make occult rolls. I'm not sure you know what seances are. Some of you might, your Cthulhu mythos might be higher than your occult, and I'm fine with that.
My occult is at least
No,
Neck and neck.
no.
no.
Look.
Oh no.
No.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what I think a seance is with a 98.
Oh, nice! Yes.
Yeah, I got a 95.
I think I have a
it's-
slight idea. She sees visions. I'm
It's
pretty
some
sure
sort of dance.
visions.
Oh, I love the tango.
Like a hoedown. Yeah.
You have inspiration. Some of you could use it if you want.
I've got like a 9 in occult.
All right, yeah. So none of you know what a
In the
seance is.
household, we just assume it's some sort of sex party.
Yep.
No, it's seance. It's like a hoedown, right?
Emphasis on the
Yep,
hoe.
the hose down.
I mean, I'm afraid I don't know what exactly a seance is.
Oh, it is my gift. I contact the spirit world. You know, there are ghosts all around us, and very few are cursed with the ability to speak to the spirits.
Just look sideways at Elias.
Yeah,
Looks
I am like
directly
looking
in the eye.
all around.
You do not see any ghosts.
There are no ghosts directly around us. But tell me, can you trap or kill a spirit?
No, my communication is the only thing that is possible with the other side.
There's no way to trap them or bar them or release them from, say, a contract that they are in.
Or exercise them.
Oh, well, yes, there have been cases where someone has been possessed when a spirit has taken over the body of another person, and in that case, there are ways to draw the spirit out. and normally you try and appease the spirit. You send it. You achieve whatever its goal was in life, and then it is released.
I have an alternative solution. Holy water, balloon, armor. It stabs one of us, sprays out holy water.
Who is stabbing who here?
Vengeful spirits.
Ghosts cannot stab. They are
possessed humans.
You have found possessed humans?
Yeah, all over Chicago. Well, not all over.
We can use a sausage casing for the balloons. Do them in straps, fill them all with holy water. We have them on like vests underneath our clothes. We get stabbed, holy water sprays out, we win.
Proman walks by. Those things are expensive.
No, they aren't. It's the filling that's expensive.
Not if you're smart. You need to learn more about business. The fillings, whatever the hell you put in there. And then he like
we're
starts
switching to
talking.
Johnsonville.
Yeah.
I'm never eating a Roman sausage again.
That's where all the horses go that we've killed. That's why it's so cheap to fill them.
No real horses were harmed in the filming of any of these episodes.
Is that the
Lots-
title?
Lots of imaginary horses were,
and one imaginary dog.
and one imaginary dog. So yeah, she'll tell you that tonight at the party she was going to do a séance, but she's very interested in your, possessed thing. And Monsieur, I'm sorry, I did not catch your name, but you seemed to suggest that you can communicate with the spirit world as well.
Have on occasion.
I would be most interested to see your ceremony and to.
Usually they just walk up to me and start talking. Sometimes they throw a pitchfork at you, or your friends, really.
Or dump bales of hay on you.
It is.
Yeah.
It is not. Is not a. You do not endure torment for this.
Sometimes they won't shut up. And you have to promise to, solve ancient mysteries and return relics to ancient temples to get them to stop talking at you.
I have never had this experience. This is incroyable. I wish to know everything. Please. You must teach me.
I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you what happened.
All right. Yeah.
So I'll go tell her the tale of that. Going out to the house and just being able to see him.
Yeah. All right.
Don't know why. Don't know how. Just happened.
She gets very. She's like, well, I suppose everyone's gift manifests in a different manner. But so you said that you encountered a possessed person?
Yes. This person's name was Jacques Betroc. Made a deal with an entity.
An entity?
A devil, maybe.
Oh.
And he has to deliver innocent souls once a month.
Deliver, as in
murders.
Oh, so this is a sacrifice.
Yes, and in fact, and this entity is able to possess individuals and jump from individual to individual. In fact, it is.
She looks around and sees that you two are alone, and she says,
I'm ready. I'm just like,
yeah, you're waiting for her to stab you. And she looks and she goes, Jesus Christ, you believe this BS?
Yeah, you know what happened to Abe Jr., right?
Yeah, he killed a prostitute.
He was stabbed by Jacques, who took over his body, killed that the whoever was killed, and then left the body.
Man, you need to step back from the crazy.
Okay.
All right, look, do me a favor. Don't mess this up for me. I got a good gig going here.
So there's no way to trap a soul, and
No, there's no way to trap a soul. There's no such thing as a soul. It's all gobbledygook and BS. And
I'm going to take an ancient tablet to Tenichtitlan. Once we kill the fish people.
The fish people.
Well, the spawning grounds of the fish people.
You know what? Write all this down, then read it, and then try and convince yourself.
Actually, I have made so much money selling werewolf fiction. It is unbelievable. Fiction. And then I won't root for you tonight.
Yes, of course, monsieur. It was a pleasure to gain your eldritch knowledge.
So secretly I'm like, hey, look, if ghosts show up, I'm gonna give you a sign. I'm gonna grab my earlobe. If there's ghosts in the room, I'll let you know.
Why do I want to know that? Why do I want to know there are ghosts in a room?
I might start shooting. So
you shoot ghosts?
You know what? I haven't yet. I've shot an angel once. Well,
you're a few ants short of a picnic.
I'm gonna go and write some things down, read it out loud.
So the Countess or the Baroness, sorry, the Baroness comes in looking a little angry after her talk with Elias, but goes up to her room.
Bad news, everyone. She does not know how to trap a ghost.
She looked awfully pissed after she was talking to you. What in the hell did you say to her?
I told her what we were doing, what we've been through.
You're gonna go get a drink.
Destroying the spawning grounds of the fish people, I think, was the straw that broke the camel's back.
You know, even people who actually are connected to mystical shit might find what we've been through a bit of a breaking point.
Anyone else want a drink?
Yes, please.
Yes.
No.
Still hungover,
eh? I'm on the lookout. I'm not. I am paranoid at the moment.
Yeah, when he says that, Susanna kind of like looks down in a way and just shit. Right.
A drink.
Nah.
Well,
let's go.
Yep. 3 drinks.
You go into the drawing room and Abe Senior is in there like pouring himself a brandy. He goes, you want a drink? Come on, here, I'll make you. Let me pour you some.
Absolutely.
So you all look after my good for nothing son, right?
Try to.
Best of our ability.
He saved my life.
Okay. He's a good boy. All right. Sure, he was born with a silver spoon up his ass, but he's a good boy.
Well,
Do me a favor and keep him out of trouble, because between you and me, this is not the last nurse he's going to stab to death.
we'll try.
It really
We'll
comes
try.
down to how you define nurse. So I'm just gonna.
So, what's your plan? Because I think Abe should lay low for a little bit.
We've got somewhere to go.
All right. Well, the name Jerry Schmidt. If you get in too much trouble, you send a telegram to Jerry Schmidt. It's my attorney. I pay him a lot of money to make sure I don't hear about all the things that Abe's doing. But I don't want to hear that you're wasting my retainer. So if you're contacting Jerry, my boy is in trouble.
Hopefully we can finish up our business and get back to our tavern that we own.
Didn't I invest in that?
Well, we made a deal to get sausages to sell.
Oh, all right. Well, I'd love to open up a West Coast market. Get the boy on that.
Damn it.
I'm just trying not to say out loud, like, get good filling for your sausages.
Yeah, of course. I wonder what fish people sausages are like.
Ooh, fish people sausages.
Fish sticks.
Well, Silvano is not around to ask.
You're
They
coming
are
to the party
delicious.
tonight, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Should be a good time. That Baroness.
Who else is coming to this?
Most of the upper crust of Chicago.
Mm.
Jared just give looks of like we're fucked to
Yeah.
everyone else.
Wouldn't miss
I
it.
need a suit.
I need to have a poncho underneath my poncho, apparently.
You need a dress poncho.
No.
Dress poncho.
Wait.
No, the dress poncho's a bad idea.
No, hold on.
Dress
It's a
poncho.
new vector, a whole new market.
It's like the
That's
urban
untapped.
sombrero.
Business casual. The poncho for the traveling businessman. Sorry, you saying?
No, I need to. I'll be back. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back to the Baroness and.
All right, you
wherever
go
she's
knock
at.
on her door,
Knock on
Right.
the door.
and she will say, "Just a moment." And then she comes and opens it. She goes, "Oh,
Can I come in for a sec?
sure." And she
Okay.
comes in. You close the door.
So when you touched my friend Jared, you seemed to have a vision, and it was of him in a cavern exploding.
Look, I don't like to give away secrets, but I'll give you this. He looks like a miner. His poncho smells like dynamite. I just played the percentages. That's how you play this game, man. You notice things about people. Look at their shoes. Shoes are a dead giveaway.
Gotcha. So we don't need to worry about. I mean, obviously it could happen because we are going into caverns with dynamite soon. But
He smells like dynamite. You should be very concerned about that.
Elias just kind of adjusts
uh,
just the dynamite for a second. All right. Okay. Good. Hey.
and who
awesome.
wears ponchos?
It's better than the alternative. Which out of character is murder clothes.
Work clothes.
I thought you were gonna say be naked on the beach. I was like, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back down, and then hopefully get everybody alone.
Sure, yeah, you have a little suite.
Well,
Yeah, Jared?
not to muck things up, but if he was going out, Jared would actually be seriously trying to get his hands on some holy water.
All right. How are you just gonna go down to the Catholic Archdiocese and
Yeah, the old holy water emporium. I mean, I'll ask around where he can get some reliable.
all right, you asked Tidwell. Well, holy water is less of an artifact in the Anglican faith. Perhaps a Catholic church. Although Catholics are almost as bad as the French.
Well, sometimes we make deals with the devil.
Why would one do that?
Excellent point. And I'm gonna go find a Catholic church.
By yourself?
Well, you could.
If you go by yourself, you're
steal his
probably
soul.
huh?
I can't steal his soul, and he's perfectly on guard, and he pulls out a shotgun at a moment's notice.
All right, yeah. Okay.
I might solve this problem for everyone.
Okay. You head out on your own. About an hour later, you all realize that Jared is not around.
Look for me in tomorrow's paper.
Oh, hell. Where did he go?
Well, obviously he's not gonna murder that guy, so we don't have to worry about that.
Smash cut too.
Yeah.
I enjoy how that guy was very vague.
That guy.
Hey,
Any guy, Jacques, who knows what's happening anymore? Brown Jenkins could be that guy. I don't even know anymore. As I like try and take a seat.
All right. So Jared, you head out and you get in a cab, and you just take me to a Catholic church.
Well, I mean, I want to find a reputable one, right? I want to get a soul. Priestess, like, right? He just pours water from a tap. Here's your holy water. No, I want the real McCoy.
in a basin. You just go and you just scoop it out. You just
Yeah,
fill it up.
most
and
Catholic
hopefully nobody
churches,
catches
there's a-
you.
It's gotta be from the finest Catholic church in town. It can't
Want to
just
find
be
a reputable one.
disreputable church.
None of that St. Barnabas crap.
Yeah.
Don't
It's your
get me
flask
hack.
in the basin. Flask in the basin. Yeah.
St. Barnabas is a hack.
All right, you, the guy. Sure enough, he takes you to St. Barnabas Church. He's like, He's like, this is the closest church.
Well, I suppose something's better than nothing.
You want me to wait?
Yes, please.
All right.
How long does it take, do you think, to get some holy water?
How the hell would I know?
Well,
Who? What do you?
when I'm out.
Holy water. You're not a priest.
Be out in a minute.
All right. He paid in advance. And you come in, and the church, there's a couple of people praying in the pews. It's pretty quiet. There's it's dark inside. There's candlelight, and
Is there anyone there that looks like they work there?
Um,
They got the name tag, right?
um, uh, oh, that's good. Yeah, sure. There's a gentleman who is opening the collection box.
Pardon me. Oh, I mean, pardon me.
Oh, my son, how can I help you? Do you seek confession?
No. You know, if I could get some holy water.
Why do you need holy water, my son?
Why do you ask questions?
Are you sure you don't need confession?
No, I need holy water. I'd be happy to make a donation.
Are you a Catholic, my son?
Is that a requirement for getting holy water?
Faith is a requirement. Without faith, holy water is just water.
God damn it.
We don't say that here.
So you're certain that
you're not. What do you think holy water will do for you, my son?
that it will protect against an evil murderous spirit that is hopping between bodies? Does holy water do that?
Are you sure you don't need confession?
I mean, will confessions protect against murderous?
You don't need to say that again.
spirits?
You don't need to say that again. Are you well, my son?
Do you need to ask that? You know what, I'm being pretty upfront with you with my situation. No.
I will give you what you want if you will pray with me.
No, thanks. Have you ever seen an angel before? Because they are not pretty.
I mean, I don't think they're supposed to be pretty. They can be pretty. To those, angels appear to each as they need to appear. If you are the sort of person to which they need to instill fear, they appear fearsome. If you are the sort of person to which they need to instill calm and peace, they appear beautiful.
That's so. What kind have you seen?
We don't get a lot of angels here.
Well, this was a bad idea. You have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll toss $1 into the collection plate for his time.
You're very kind, my son. I tell you what, and he will walk you up to the front where there is a basin of water. And he puts in a small silver cup and he blesses it. He says, "Do you have a container?"
I'll empty out my flask.
He has the polite decency to look away as you. Yes.
Here you go.
And he very carefully pours it in. He says, "I hope, my son, that you will use this wisely. And I hope that it brings you the peace you seek."
Well, it sounds like someone else is going to need to use this for me, but it's much appreciated.
My son, if you ever need anything. This church is a sanctuary.
It's good to know. I really do appreciate it.
You be well, my son.
I'm doing my best.
And he'll walk back.
No, I got a little bit of holy water. Yeah. Apparently, it's not going to do me a lick of good, but.
All right. And you start to leave, and then you hear a voice say, "That is far enough, you." And you see.
Did I have a chance to put the cap on the top of the?
So you do that as you're turning around, and you see an old woman has the priest in a headlock.
So can I splash the holy water just for? I mean, if the priest has faith.
Are you expecting the priest to melt? What is it?
No. If he's got in the headlock, if I just do a swish across.
All right, so you're gonna like just because now you would probably need to get closer. He's a little ways away. And but so the guy has the priest and he says, "What are you?"
Oh, we don't have. Well, how much time do you have? You gonna keep him in that headlock for a while?
Why could I not take you over?
Oh, that's easy. Can I to the priest? Could you plug your ears for a moment?
The priest like looks at the old lady and says, "Do you not see the knife? I'm a little busy."
Oh, no, only the innocent can see that knife.
And the old woman smiles and says, "I'm very glad to hear this."
The priest isn't plugging his ears, is he?
No, the priest is pretty focused on the knife at his throat.
Well, the short answer is, I don't have a soul. And can I moved up close enough to finally swish?
Yeah, but when you say I don't have a soul, you definitely are able. He's like Jacques is sort of like, "No soul? What does this mean?" And you can definitely get up there and you splash the water. Make a, let's call it a dex roll.
I might make that. Yeah, regular success.
Okay. You splash water forward. The priest is like, "No!" And Batroc like goes, "What is this?" And then he just stabs the priest in the neck. He says, "I'm soaking wet."
Oh, time to pull out a shotgun then.
All right. So you start to pull out a shotgun, and Batroc runs out of the church, surprisingly by going, "He stabbed the priest! There's a man with a shotgun! Help!"
How bad does the stab in the neck look? Is this a?
It's not like it's not a killing wound. He didn't get all of it, but the priest is like, oh.
All right, first aid. Let's get a tourniquet on there.
All right, you start to do that. Okay. The priest is like, all right, yeah. The people, the like 3 or 4 people that were in the church are just like all aghast at what's going on. And then as soon as you go to do first aid to the priest, they take a step forward as if, is this guy going to do something? But then when they see what you're doing, they're like, "Oh, can we help? Is he okay?" Did you make the roll? Sorry.
Yeah, I made the roll.
Okay, nice. So you easily stable. Oh, wow. That was an excellent first aid. He got max damage back. You put pressure on the wound. You've got it all set and everything. And one of the people just looks at you and goes, "Who was that lady? Do you know her?"
Oh, that was a vengeful soul hopping demon. Best I got for you.
I have to go. And the guy just like
Yeah.
walks away. Do you the priest, when after you've done this, he looks at you and he says, my son, thank you. I think you should leave before the police arrive. I have a sense that you're not the sort of person that should be around when they
Well,
get here.
you can vouch for my innocence. You will vouch for my innocence. You aren't going to tell them that I stabbed you, right?
Yes, I can, but I'm not sure you should put yourself in the position where that vouching is necessary.
Understood. I hope they did not run off with my cab. Well, and I bid him a good day.
All right, yeah. You get out in the cab, and the guy just starts to ride off when you get in.
I say hi to try and get him to exchange back to me
Okay.
because
He
I
says-
want to see if he has a French accent.
He says, yeah. Hey, where are we going?
Going back to the estate.
Okay. Hey, what happened in there? An old lady ran out screaming.
Oh yeah, she stabbed a priest.
Man, this town is going to hell. All right, you make it back. You had that feeling that you were followed, but you make it back, no problem. You right about the time you all realize Abe is gone, Abe actually gets back.
You mean Jared?
Jared, damn it. Yeah, Jared gets back.
Where have you been?
Are you all right?
I took a detour to get that holy water from before.
How'd it go?
Holy water does not work. But I saved a priest from dying.
Huh.
They
So
were
you're-
there?
You ran into Jacques?
Yep, and he got the knife. And apparently, if you do not have a soul, it does not make you innocent.
Well, I guess that's worth knowing.
But if we were to strap priests to our chest, we might be able.
I think it depends on the priest.
I was about to say exactly the same thing.
I know a good priest.
Yeah, but you said that he just got stabbed. I don't think he's going to want to be trundling around with us.
Well,
He's a potential backup here.
Right. So, I mean, this seance thing feels like a perfect opportunity for old Jacques to come in and take
oh,
people.
he followed me here, most assuredly.
Fantastic.
But if nobody leaves the premise, oh yeah, you're right. There are people invited tonight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here's
Yeah.
It
lot
could
of
be
people.
anybody.
And
Also,
even worse,
here-
people who are deliberately trying to get in touch with the other side, apparently.
So I set up dynamite around the entire seance room. We leave. We make an omelet.
Kill most of the upper crust of Chicago, including Abe's father.
Now
Oh,
Abe is on
Abe.
board.
I know. And I was like, hang on, just as long as I can get my mother out of town, everything's fine.
You do realize this is how you get Batman.
Oh, for a second, I was like, what? Batman's going to show up if there's an explosion?
It's like, it sounds very super villain.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit Riddler there, buddy.
So here's
Just saying what our options are.
okay. So here's the interesting thing about tonight is that the Baroness is a fraud.
Oh,
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
But how did
actually,
she
French
know?
accent too.
How did she know that I was going to blow one of me up?
I think we all know. I mean, it's a given.
But how did she know?
Your poncho smells like dynamite.
I mean, I
You
keep
look
the
like an
dynamite
old
wrapped up
prospector.
pretty. I can't smell it.
I
Yep.
mean,
You look like a prospector. And
You smell like a prospector. You
basically
might
she
be
just-
a prospector.
She said, look at people's shoes as a telltale sign.
I looked down
I
at my
don't know
boots.
A part of me wants Jared to be barefoot, but no. He's got some sturdy boots on.
He does have some like hobnail boots here.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen tonight.
Let's not
There's-
go.
I'm
Let's just leave town. Because
But-
nothing good is going to happen. I mean,
And-
let's run through the scenarios.
If he's watching us, if we leave the town, your family might be safe. He might follow us.
if we stay, he might kill everyone in that room.
And then we lure him into the woods and we shoot him.
And by
Nick's seen the
shoot him-
movie.
Yeah. But also by shoot him, he could be the mayor that we're shooting. He could
Oh
be
no.
my mother that we're shooting. He could
Well-
be anybody.
Okay, so we don't shoot if he's your mother.
He seems to be taking over ladies a lot.
No, that
I
that,
never
that
said-
the kid was a boy, and Big Al was a man.
That's true. That's true.
What if we go
And-
back to
and-
the idea of you just kill everyone with the French accent?
Are you
Greet
gonna
everyone
leave
as they
there?
come in, pull some aside, shoot them, then
What?
That is more discriminating than my dynamite plan.
A little bit more scalpel, a little less dynamite.
Mm.
Why don't we just cancel the seance tonight?
And what are you going to tell your father when he wants to know why this big party that he's throwing for the upper crust is getting canceled?
Mm.
There's a vengeful spirit that's the spirit of a person that your friend killed 9 years ago.
Jared's
No,
had
I
some
think
success with that line.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'd probably be more successful if I told him I was in a homicidal rage and that he needs to like just keep everybody away.
I mean, he'll just lock you in your room. This is a pretty big estate.
Pretty much my childhood.
It's what the lake house is for.
Mm.
so why don't we just go to the lake house, wherever that is?
He has seen the movie.
I mean, Abe, you know where the lake house is. It's
Mhm.
you know, it was where you spent a good chunk of your childhood.
So many memories repressed.
Lake Chippewa.
I just want to know if it's a good swimming lake.
Mm.
I want to know if it's a
Cool.
spawning ground.
Why do you
Yeah.
have
There's only one way to find out.
Uh-huh. Two birds, one stone. I mean, I think that being at the party tonight is a terrible idea. Something bad is going to happen. And I
Oh.
don't need to almost go to jail twice now.
I think bad's going to happen regardless of whether or not we're there. If we're there, though, we know what's going on, and there's a chance that we might be able to stop it.
Yeah. Good
I
point.
mean,
We don't know how.
he's gunning for you, Susanna, right?
Probably.
I mean, he scoped me out because he wanted to know why it didn't work. Unfortunately, he knows, so I think he's lost interest in me. Well, unfortunately for you.
Hmm.
For me, it means he might leave me alone.
So we either try to lure him away by leaving, or we stay here and try to capture him. Maybe it's the knife that does everything. If we can get the knife.
I mean, I can't see that enough. So it's going to have to be up to the person who can.
Jared, do you have an extra poncho?
Of course, I have an
Why?
extra poncho.
All right. I need to go and
I think it smells like vomit, but
No. That's why I keep going through ponchos. You keep splattering. I mean, the splatter guards, and sometimes it's like, oh, this can be clean, and sometimes it's like time for throw it in the fire and get a new poncho.
I need to. So, what are we going to the séance? Or are we not going to the séance?
How many people are going to be going to that séance?
the party has a guest list of about 40.
This is tough.
Are we going to help or are we going to hurt?
I think it's going to be bad if we do the seance. I think it's, well, I mean, yeah, rich people are going to die. So, I mean, depending on how you feel about that.
Chicagoans, so
Tidwell will knock on the door to your suite, and he will say, "There's a telegram for the master, for the young master."
Ooh, okay. Thank you.
All right.
And I open it.
The telegram says, "This is my town. You leave, and I will not kill you."
Oh, yikes.
Did he write out his accent?
No, but
Yeah,
I wanted to
pretty
make it
much.
clear it was from him.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's if we leave, he won't kill me.
Well then.
Which is highly possible. I just don't understand why he wants to kill me. Is this supposed to be for you? And I point to Susanna.
I
well,
don't think so.
And he didn't really, I mean, you're not sure he knows your name.
Okay.
And, he knows your address and he knows it's your house. So sending a telegram there is a little less obvious. It's easier.
So that might mean that if we go somewhere else, he's going to follow and he won't go to the seance.
Or he's just going to stay here and keep killing people here in
Mhm.
Chicago.
Well, he's going to keep doing that. And as a bonus, if we do put an end to him, we stick it to Brown Jenkins.
do you think it's
Yeah.
possible? Does he need to die in a body? How do we know? We have no idea how this works.
Oh yeah, shoot him, get the knife. It's invisible, it's not intangible.
I'm sure Abe's side would attest to that.
Mhm.
Break the knife, destroy the knife, what?
Can you break a knife like that?
Throw it in a volcano, apparently.
If you can find one, that'll solve a lot of our problems.
We still have to have a Hawaiian episode.
I am rooting for episode 50 to be our beach episode.
But the problem is, how do you get the knife from him without him body jumping?
Shoot
One
him.
of us, all of us.
Shoot him. Oh, he ran from me.
Well, right, because he can't take you over. You don't have a soul. But if
Yeah, don't let him get close. Shoot him. Shoot him.
It's touch us, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but you might be shooting.
Or he
one of
might be,
us.
you need to talk, but you take his head off with a shotgun. You're in the clear.
no, Elias is
What?
right. You might be shooting one of us. He
Well,
can
yeah,
bind you.
if he's possessed one of you, then yeah.
What's that like, Elias?
It was in my head he shot through, to be fair.
Oof. Wow. How does he know? So do we just telegram back? How do we telegram back?
What? You just leave. You either leave or you don't. He's watching the house. Haven't
Does he-
you noticed that we've been followed every single time we leave and come back? Here, right on the back of the telegram, and I'll go put it under the front door.
Tidwell
Alright.
helpfully goes, "Oh, that is not how that works."
Actually, I'm gonna write on the back. We're going to leave in the morning. This town is yours. Abe, can you go slide this under the gate out front?
Fine.
Do we
Fine, this
mean
is-
that?
Oh, I'm gonna take my rifle up and perch and shoot the mofo that picks up that.
God, a little kid's gonna go up.
It could be anybody.
You're gonna shoot whoever picks up a piece of paper on the street.
I mean, to be fair, only truly good people pick up trash on the street.
Here, how about this? Write his name, write Jacques on the outside of the
I hate
envelope.
litter.
Yep, and I will tie it to the front gate so that it's not just litter on the
Okay.
ground.
Jacques only. For Jacques' eyes only.
Hey, what's this?
Knock twice if you like me.
Hey, there's a piece of paper stuck to there. What's that?
Ooh.
Maybe
I
there's
mean, I'm
money
gonna
in
perch. I'm gonna perch with you. I'll grab my
Oh,
rifle.
It's getting worse by the minute.
I want to see this train wreck, and if it happens to be him, I'd like to take a shot.
All right. So
But
who?
okay, so actually, no. You need to go call him out.
Who? Where?
Okay.
Just stand outside yelling, Jacques.
Hey,
Oh, Jacques.
Yes.
Frere
go-
Jacques,
go-
Frere Jacques.
stay inside the gate. You lure him out by saying Jacques, and then you demand to have a conversation.
You demand. I am not going back outside. You can demand to have a conversation. Here is your paper. I am going to bed.
It's
Susanna,
noon.
Yeah, I need a nap.
Susanna, how do you feel about being bait? In my line of fire.
Fucking excuse me.
If you go out front, you call out to Jacques, you stay behind the gate, you get talking, you give us a sign that that's the person. Jared and I take shots.
This is a terrible idea. I just want to be on record saying this is the worst idea I have ever heard. And I've heard a lot of ideas from this particular group.
Well, in all fairness, it is up there, but we've done worse.
We've done worse.
You have a better idea.
We've done worse. We haven't planned worse.
I'm thinking back to the cannibal village, and
That was there was no plan there. We just sort of went.
we planned. You were tromping around on tin roofs.
Out on a hot tin roof.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right,
you're
fine.
you're going out with a piece of paper, like.
Yep.
I'm going up to the roof and hiding. and-
I'm going to wait until I hear a harmonica from the roof to tell me that we're in business.
I think at this point, I don't know if I should sit in the windowsill and watch or if I should get a chair and sit on the porch.
Yeah, not sure where I should be at right
this
now.
is-
So you two
worth
are
hearing.
headed up to the roof with your rifles, and Abe Senior walks by and he goes, skeet shooting.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, just remember, aim for the central mass.
No, we got. Yeah.
Yep.
And between you and me, if you shoot them in the leg, they make a lot of noise. So, central mass.
Abe, your father's a horrible person.
Yep.
What you have not learned from this brilliant man. All this wisdom, and I never see it applied.
So pretty much everybody knows whatever my dad says, you just do the opposite. You
All
just
right.
say, and then you
All
just
right.
do something else.
Leg shots it is, but
Or
Um,
just don't shoot. Great
so-
idea.
You get up on the roof, and you have, as long as the person is at the gate, you have a good shot.
can we
The-
get Ramsey with the spyglass to see if you can spot the dagger and tell us?
And then what? Tell you with the harmonica?
No. You're up on the roof with
I
us,
have to go with him.
and you can maybe.
I'll
sound
see.
Like,
All right, I'll
that's
come
like a
up.
Signal for this isn't the worst idea. You're potentially actually shooting the.
All right, I'll go out and I'll see. I'll see if I can see anything.
All right.
And I make sure that Susanna knows that if she doesn't give the signal, we're not going to shoot.
Well, unless Ramsey sees the knife, then I'm gonna take a shot in the head.
Okay. Well, I didn't tell Susanna that.
Tell me what.
She'll get the idea pretty quickly, probably. All right. So
Remember,
If either
this
of you
is
chuckle
sick.
fuck shoot me, we're going to have
Yeah,
problems.
I was gonna say you should aim this time. Just be ready to aim.
all right. Susanna, how are you? You're going down to.
All right. I'm going down to the gate and I'm going to like tie the telegram to the front of the gate with the name Jacques pointed out with like a piece of twine or something, and then step back so that I'm not in easy stabbing range of anyone who would come up to the gate, and just be like, this is such a stupid idea. And then just start calling Jacques' name in kind of a sing-song.
Okay.
Like, Jacques.
I
Alright.
switched to my work clothes, right?
You threw those in the San Francisco dock.
Oh no, I burned those in a garbage can, but I just switched to my work clothes.
All right. So everybody on the roof, make me a spot hidden roll.
And
We
remember,
got-
we
we
have
got
lots
the
of
inspo
inspiration to
people.
use.
Ooh,
Can I use the inspiration?
yes, please. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't.
I got
Thank you.
it. Just barely, but I got it.
Seth says, I feel like we're playing Clue. Elias Jackson on the roof with the harmonica.
You know what? If that's all he had, he'd be much less lethal.
Point him out to me.
Hard success.
Hard success. All right. Ramsey, what'd you get?
I got a regular success.
Okay, regular. All right. So with a regular success, there are, it's midday. There are people walking along there. You don't see anybody with a knife like that. Elias, with a hard success, you see you see at least two people kind of react to this the Jacques, and one person will step up and like look at the note kind of quizzically.
Jonesy, do you see a knife? I'm sorry, Ramsey, do you see a knife? Sorry, God.
That's what you get for having two characters whose names end with E.
Gotta be Ramirez. If you were Ramirez,
Ramsey, do you see a knife on that one?
I'm not seeing anything.
do I at least see the person who's at the gate directly looking at the note?
Yes. Yeah, you
Okay.
see that.
I'm gonna aim at their head.
All right.
I will aim as well, but not, yeah, I'll aim as well.
Susanna,
Yes, mask.
make
You're
me
a mask guy. I understand.
roll me a die. Roll me a percentile.
A percentile? Just
Yep.
okay. 58.
Okay.
Do you want
Uh,
to inspire that?
Sure.
I don't. We don't know.
No idea.
We don't
We don't
know.
know.
Lower
We don't
is
know.
better.
We don't know if lower is better.
Yeah, we don't know. Why would we?
I mean, this
You
is
like to
Call of
pick a
Cthulhu.
different number.
This
Well,
is Call of
so-
Cthulhu. Lower is usually better.
So what? I mean, Leyland, you said that there's people about.
There are people about, and one person has stopped and is like, "What's this?"
Yeah, they're trying to
No.
trespass. We're in the clear.
Well, I don't. I mean,
Castle doctrine.
I'm just like, so I to Jordan, I'm like, if there's people, we shouldn't be shooting anyone.
Oh my God.
We need
Oh,
to-
As
now.
you hear from like, you hear from
I didn't
like
know we
the
were going to
porch.
shoot people.
We gotta be like, hey,
Elias,
change-
I know you. I know you. If you do what needs to get done.
All right. Are you inspiring that roll or not?
Are we? Do we want to aim for
I
a
don't
lower
know.
number?
I think we should.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're gonna roll a 99, and then it's gonna be great. But sure.
I mean,
Tempt
well,
me.
if nothing else, we will get to see Ezra's face. No, it's better. 46.
All right.
Well, better. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No, it was better. It was better. Still not good enough. So, a bird lands on your shoulder, and you hear a little voice say, "You are mine now." And that is going to do it for tonight's episode.
That bird's gonna stab her. God.
How is he able to take over a bird if he can't take over Jared? They don't have souls. Both
I
of them
knew
don't
we
have
should have
souls.
shot the horses. I knew it.
He was the horse the whole time. He was the
Oh
horses.
my God.
It crossed my mind a couple of times, and I was like, kill horses, but
The horses give you that side eye. They got that thing, and they can't
Oh
give
my
you the
goodness.
side eye.
Thank you so much for the bits, the likes, the subscribes. YouTube, we love you as well. I've really enjoyed seeing everybody in YouTube picking out their choices for episode titles. Tonight's quotes are deflated harmonica, which is a strong contender. This might be the drink talking, which could be the title of every episode. You're supposed to say, Abe, you're crazy. Drinking is your day-to-day work. This feels like therapy, which I also quite like.
Yes.
I'm going to agree with most of that, which is very good. Maybe the knife took him. He's a con boy. This could actually be normal. Why is Ramsey lying? What happened? I was literally asleep. An innocent child, a potentially innocent child. We knew he doesn't have a soul. Assuming he is a soul-jumping demon, is that what we are on? She uses the marshal card to get us out of trouble. You don't lie to cops unless you have to. That's also a good one. Are we going to show up at another murder scene? We're never on time to a crime, which is maybe my favorite.
Yes.
They're in the horses. We're going to go read books. Let's all go bumble this way. Like back door, get out of here. Being the gentleman that I am, something sharp and pointy. The poor innocent Abe might go to jail. I don't want the Jenkins body. How many commandments have you broken? I'm working on 6. That is also... Look for me in tomorrow's paper. That is also an excellent one. And how do you feel about being bait? Which, oh man, maybe that's the one. So many good
pretty
quotes.
solid.
That's a good one.
How do you feel about being bait? Might be the...
Pretty
Because it's
much.
also a teaser for next.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. All right.
I
Well,
feel fantastic about being bait. It's great.
I was very excited when they made not Jared the bait. I thought that was what you were gonna do.
Jared
So
would have been better bait, but you know.
Jared, that's the episode title. Jared would have been better bait.
That's pretty good. That's
So just a reminder that we will not be playing next week. So we've got 2 weeks to figure out what is going on here, and how this can all be made right. Yeah, I think that as always, we're gonna do Last Call of Cthulhu for our Patreons right after this. Patreons, thank you so much for all you do for Quests and Chaos. If you haven't already, jump on our Discord, get in there, become part of that community. It's a really cool place. You can go in there, and I mean, YouTube, Discord, the chat on the chat here figured out the movie that this whole thing references. Can you figure it out? Spoiler alert, there's a Jonesy tie-in in that movie. So I think that's gonna do it. There's nothing
Not a
left.
Ramsey tie-in.
There's not a Ramsey tie-in. It didn't. I think there's nothing left to say, but goodbye, internet friends.